sway enough votes their way to stop this effort cold in its tracks, because the president has said if Congress can pass this bill, he will sign it. So this is really TikTok's last shot to avoid a forced sale if they want to remain operational in the U.S.
This bill passed with bipartisan support despite pushback from TikTok and former President Donald Trump. The app's supporters have raised freedom of speech objections and concerns about giving the White House more control over the media landscape. Meanwhile, a Georgia judge wipes out some charges against former President Trump. Fox's Jonathan Siri reports from Atlanta.
These 6 counts that were killed were against former President Trump and 5 of his associates, including Rudy Giuliani, Mark Meadows, John Eastman, Ray Smith, and Bob Cheeley. All of these quashed counts have to do with charges related to solicitation of violation of oath of office. The judge writes, as written, these 6 counts contain all the essential elements of the crimes, but fail to allege sufficient detail regarding the nature of their commission. The judge goes on to write, they do not give the defendants enough information to prepare their defenses intelligently, as the defendants could have violated the constitutions and thus the statute in dozens, if not hundreds, of distinct ways.
America is listening to Fox News.
You know, our friends at Henry Repeating Arms, they manufacture a line of very high quality rifles, shotguns, and revolvers that you can be very proud to own. Now, they're made in America with parts and materials also from America. Now, they use old world craftsmanship combined with cutting edge technology to deliver reliable and accuracy that you can trust in any situation. Now, they're easy to use and maintain. It makes them an excellent choice for both a novice and experienced shooter. Henry has over 200 models, so you can find the firearm that's right for you. There's also new releases all throughout the year, and every purchase is backed by their lifetime warranty and the company's owner. Anthony Imperato also gives his personal guarantee for 100% satisfaction. Now, make sure you go to their website, henryusa.com, order their free catalog. They'll send you free decals and a list of dealers where you are. That's henryusa.com. Free catalog, free decals, and a list of dealers where you are. You're going to love this company and these firearms like I do.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. With Pete Davis, sidekick producer and sports raconteur extraordinaire. And the mechanical Magler at the controls on your humpty hump day. It's Flounder.
The day I was born.
Man, we got a wild, weird day for you today. Well, it's actually the days here in my... Well, except for Pete Davis. Pete now is taking a nap, ladies and gentlemen. That's the biggest yawn I've ever seen, my God, man. He's up in the mountains of Macon, and we're ready to start the show, and we got to rock and roll. Flounder's in there jumping up and down. I'm doing like the boxing thing where we're doing this stuff like this, and Pete Davis is yawning and trying to wake up. What the hell's going on up there, sir?
I literally just woke up from a nap about 10 seconds.
Well, I appreciate your commitment to the afternoon program. You were here on time. You were here.
Okay.
The man made it. He was here on time, and by God, that's all you really need to do is that's the old-fashioned radio stuff. The guy I replaced, Freddie Mertz, the guy when I was on 4 to 6, my first job when I came back to Atlanta, and Freddie Mertz was on 4 to 6. He would show up at 4:02 during the news and do his show.
Okay, next year, I'll let you get up at 8 in the morning and go meet with the tax lady for 3 hours.
Oh,
yeah,
poor baby.
You do that.
How about you be me and get up at 2:15, 3:45, 4:29, 5:05, and then finally say, screw it and start working. I'll try.
I can't help it if your prostate hates you.
I'll tell you, what prostate? I don't have a prostate gland anymore. I've been gone for 21 years. Anyway, 3:05. Flounder, how you doing in there, man? What's up with you today?
All is well with me and my prostate.
Well, you'll see. Won't be a couple, probably 10, 15 years, something like that. You'll find out. Anyway, no, I'm joking around, but they do say, the so-called experts say, that if all men live to be over 100, all men would have prostate cancer. My father got prostate cancer when I think it was 84, 85, and the doctor said, well, we'll give you some pills, but no sense in doing what the hell, we're not going to do surgery on a guy who's 84 years old. Anyway, how you doing, everybody? It's a Wednesday, man. It's going to be like 70. I mean, it's a beautiful, sunny, warm day. at 305, and here's our phone number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. What's that chuckling going on there?
Well, you want to hear the good news?
I do. Oh, you went to the I buried the lead. Oh, crap. Are we still in? Oh, crap. This is unbelievable. Okay, when we all got blown out of radio, and radio died, 8 years ago, whatever it was, and the COVID, and it was enormously death in the radio business. And so we did a podcast, and we made almost $400 or $500 a month on that baby. Let me tell you, we made $800 one month. I'll never forget it. Anyway, it wasn't that, it wasn't exactly a moneymaker. Okay, so we start the podcast. We go to see this tax lady. It's a very nice tax lady, and she puts down our names and numbers and stuff and writes whatever, and puts in a little file, and then she turns around and says, okay, well, to start, you're $34,000 in debt. I said, whoa, wait a minute. What the hell are you talking about?
No. Wait a second. The lady got it right. The first guy we went to, the Pakistani guy at H&R Block.
That was a guy.
That guy said you're $35,000 in.
We hadn't even started. He was filling out the forms of incorporation for it's the Kimmer Media LLC or something. It was, how the hell can we be? We haven't even done anything. It's the damnest thing I ever saw in my freaking life. Anyway, okay, well, that's the background, so we know we're screwed. It was not exactly a money. And by the way, it's not. I'm trying not to make it a blow to my ego that I couldn't have enough people to make an actual living, but it was fun for a while. Anyway, so and we still officially have the podcast, although we haven't done anything on it since last May, a year ago. We came back to work here in June. Anyway. So we still have to fill out whatever we did for a few months in 2023. That rousing like $9,000 between the three of us or something. Anyway, so you went to the tax lady. What's the story?
We get everything ready. I've been up there like 3 times. She goes, okay, we got everything ready. And then she's starting to look at this piece of paper, and she holds it up and she goes, this is for 2022. I said, give me that.
Oh,
I looked at
no.
it. And Patreon sent us 2 things from 2022, but not for 2023.
Oh, for God's sake.
I know. It's like,
so it's not
you can't get anybody to do
Well, we're going to get screwed.
Right these days.
We're going to be paid. We're another $500 penalty for isn't it like March 15th for businesses or some crap?
No, March 25th. We got it plenty of time.
Oh, for God's sake. Well,
Don't ever say that, Pete. We got plenty of time.
Don't worry about it.
It's in the bag. It's in the bag.
My God. Well, sorry, man. I guess that sucks. Anyway, Flounder, have you done your taxes? Have you sent your taxes in?
I mailed them off yesterday.
And do you do your own, or do you send it off to somebody to do them?
I send it off.
Yeah, me too. I don't have it. I don't. Not that I don't. No, there's no reason for me to. 308. All right. Yes.
When we were doing the podcasting, if you remember, I was traveling a bit doing that experiential marketing.
Yeah.
And I had to go to like Flags or somewhere in Arizona, Mesa, Arizona.
Mesa.
Yeah. And I had to go to a Cricket Wireless and have people sign up to do their taxes. We had a tax person there, and there was one time the tax lady was busy with some people, and this Hispanic gentleman came over and was like, I need your help. And I was able to help him with a little stuff. But other stuff, he was asking me about numbers. And I was like, you're going to have to. And he kind of almost lost his cool with me because he was very impatient. But, dealing with numbers and stuff like that, and I'd rather, I don't trust myself.
Yeah, Pete, you worked for the IRS, didn't you, for a while?
I've worked for the IRS on 4 different occasions over the years, and it's a pretty interesting place, let me put it that way.
You weren't filling out tax forms, were you, or were you?
I was a mail and file clerk with them, so I kind of helped the tax examiners do their job. And those poor people, you talk about a miserable existence.
Oh, I'll bet.
They are not happy people when they come into work, when they're at work, when they go. It's not a good job.
You're pretty much just dealing with problems.
Well, I'll bet it's the Peter principle. I'll bet there's in most industries. For example, in golf, man, if I could have been a pro golfer, I would have been a pro golfer. And pro golfers, I know. If you're, especially if you're really good and you're doing all this stuff, they actually hate it. They can't wait to get away from it. It's work, and it's still a great way to make a living if you can do it. But if you're a golf pro at a country club or you're teaching lessons and working in the shops selling shirts, believe me, you hate the business.
It's the same thing with some people in music. It's a double-edged sword because you're doing something you love, but at the same time,
and then somebody next to you makes an off court. You go, oh, you bad. But again, I would assume if you're the only reason you would ever get into a business like accounting for something like that would be if you're really good at math and numbers and you kind of like doing stuff like that. But I'll bet after you have to do all that for a living, it must drive you crazy.
But once you get in there, and believe me, they tried to get me to stay. They're going to pay for college. They're going to do all this. They really want people who actually are kind of competent, which is weird to think of me being competent. But yeah, they want to be there. But those poor people, once they get in, though, it's such a great job. The National Treasury Employees Union is a strong union that looks after people.
Retire.
And once you get in there, man, it's a lifetime thing that you don't have to worry about it.
Well, I thought for a brief moment about staying in the Marines until I retired. And then I just did, and it was a time where I was newly married, and I just, whatever. But again, I think an awful lot of people, especially with what's going on in college right now, I tell you what, if I have kids who are, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, I'd say, look, if you can learn how to weld underwater, or you can learn how to, some of these places, or work for something like the IRS. I mean, not that you want to work for the government, but there are an awful lot of places that are guaranteed job and a guaranteed retirement, and you're not going to make $200,000 a year, but you're going to be able to live and have a car and a house and a half time. And then, believe me, if I'd have thought about my retirement in a different way before, I wouldn't still be working. And it'd be nice to have a guaranteed income. Something to think about.
Well,
anyway.
That's two things I regret that I didn't have at my school was home ec and shop.
Yeah,
and if you can be well with your hands, a mechanic, or same thing with a cook, you can make some serious money.
Well, if you can climb, radio towers and fix things up, and there's a lot of jobs.
You've seen
out
some
there.
of those videos those guys climb.
No,
it's like $20K a month that they have to climb.
Yeah.
Every 6 months, they have to change a light bulb. At the top of a tower.
Yeah.
Well, the bottom line on the tax day is that all our money's tied up in cash.
In cash, right? Well, actually, all our money's tied up in coins, which is slightly different. I do have a coffee can filled with quarters and dimes.
Of course you do.
About every 6 weeks, I get real excited because I go to Publix and dump it in that stupid machine, and I get like $40. Like, oh man, this is great! I swear to God,
you're that guy.
I'm that guy. I sit there dumping the coins, and then there's a stick in there or something, or whatever. Anyway,
no pesos.
Canadian quarters. Anyway,
For no molestar.
Actually, coming up, I got a whole bunch of newsy things: the Trump case and the judge and Fanny the Floozy. Also, Doug wants me to marry his mom, his widow mom. Hey, you know what? Bring her around, buddy boy. Bring her around. I'll show her dick down the old, Kimmer Love Lane. Absolutely. We got a lot coming up with that. Plus, actual newsy stuff. Oh, you're going to hear from a robot making jokes, impersonating famous people. We got it all with Kara Payton Flounder, 313, Wednesday, Humpty Day Hump, 106.3.
The legend Neil Bortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's Tug, and here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
All wealth is held by individuals in this country. All of it. That means that all taxes are paid by individuals in this country. Corporations do not pay taxes. They collect the money from their customers, from their employees, and from their shareholders, and pass it on to the government in the form of corporate income taxes.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Well, Sally, thank you for your time, but unfortunately we can't offer you the position.
But why?
Well, we got the results of your background check, and we saw some red flags.
Like what?
Apparently you were accused of dog-napping a Chihuahua named Mr. Cha-Cha.
Mr. Cha-Cha was my soulmate.
At Horizon Background Screening, we find things that other companies don't. That's why companies that use us make smarter hiring decisions. Don't let the wrong hire put your company at risk. Get the real story on your candidates at horizonscreening.com.
What's your retirement plan? Master Plan Retirement Consultants specialize in constructing plans designed to meet the challenges you could face over the course of a retirement. As holistic retirement planners, we cover tax, income, Social Security, legacy, healthcare, and long-term care planning. Our strategies are designed to maximize your retirement savings and income while minimizing taxes and protecting your assets from forces that could disrupt your retirement, providing peace of mind. A fiduciary advisory firm, Master Plan Retirement, works with you to create the potential for a sustainable retirement and a legacy to be remembered. Join us on our weekly radio show, Retirement Roadmap, every Saturday at 12 p.m. on Extra 106.3 as we discuss retirement topics for today's financial environment. Episodes can also be found on YouTube and on your podcast platform. Find us at masterplanretire.com to schedule your complimentary consultation. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
I think it's time to get rid of that old, ugly garage door.
Get rid of it? All it needs is a quick repair. Where's my duct tape and WD-40?
This is Dan Watkins with All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors, and let us be the ones to tell you if you need a repair or a replacement. If you have a wooden or uninsulated steel door, a replacement will always pay for itself with energy savings. But if your door is insulated and not very old, put down the duct tape and let us come out to service your door the right way. Head to allfourseasonsgarages.com or give us a call today.
Hey Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. And now, the security riddle of the day. What's less secure than a fake safe from a furniture or big box store? Joe Biden's fake border policy, of course. But hey, there is good news. This time next year, Joe Biden will not be president. So drop by Atlanta Safe House and check out the largest selection of safes in the Southeast. Build a wall around your valuables with a safe from the Safe House. We have certified delivery crews to install your safe. With over 30 years in the safe business, the Safe House is the place to buy safe in Georgia. So go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
The Atlanta Braves are in search of the best bar in Braves country, and we need your help. Do you have a favorite spot to watch the Braves in your town? We want to hear about it. Now through March 13th, fans can nominate their favorite local bar or restaurant and tell us why you think it's the best bar in Braves country. 6 finalists will be announced, and voting will open to fans to crown the official best bar in Braves country, with the winner receiving a Braves-hosted watch party and tons of swag. Visit Braves.com/bestbar to nominate your favorite bar or restaurant.
It's a mad world out there, but one thing is certain, everyone is trying to market something. So tune in every Saturday at 3 p.m. to the Marketing Madmen, who, along with a variety of industry expert guests, can help you make sense of it all. Whether you own a business and want tips to scale, or are a fan of the finer things in life and want to know how restaurants, golf courses, and wine companies try to sell you stuff, the Marketing Madmen is your ultimate destination for all things marketing. Tune in right here on Extra 106.3 every Saturday at 3 p.m. or search online for more content. Join the madness with the Marketing Madmen.
Retired or retiring soon? How much money do you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1, find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2, have a plan to get there. Step 3, make sure that plan can take advantage of market gains but protect you from market losses. Discover how to do all 3 with a free consultation at 800-508-6108. That's 800-508-6108.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
All right, now wait a minute. Is this a song or one of your bumpers? You play this every time we take a break almost.
No, I don't use this as my bumper.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Well, I swear to God, I keep hearing I'm in my head. Well, maybe not. Anyway, there's a reason for it. Here we go. Let's listen. On this day, 2023, 1 year ago today, American drummer Jim Gordon. I swear, I hear this a lot.
No, because it's got lyrics in it, so usually my bumpers don't have lyrics.
I'll be damned. Anyway, we'll tell you why I'm out here in a second. 2023, last year this day, American drummer Jim Gordon died in prison at the age of 77. Jim Gordon was one of the most requested session drummers in the 60s and 70s. Jim Gordon co-wrote Layla with Eric Clapton. Worked with the Everly Brothers, the Monkees, the Beach Boys, George Harrison, John Lennon's Imagine, the Carpenters, Glenn Campbell, Wichita Lineman, Steely Dan, Jackson Brown, Frank Zappa. He was a diagnosed schizophrenic, and Jim Gordon, on June 3rd, 1983, murdered his mother, beating her to death with a hammer. He got sentenced to 16 years to life in prison in 1984, and 40 years later, a year ago on this day, he died in prison. Wow, brutal. Anyway, how you doing, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder? 320.
Nice piece of history to open the show.
Well, sorry about that. And I got a little sad story coming up here in a second. But it's it's what it is. It's life, and so here we go. Quick birthday. I think this is the rape guy, isn't it? Danny Masterson, isn't he the guy just got convicted of rape?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's going away for probably forever, hopefully. Anyway, he's a scumbag. He's 48 years old on this day. He was in the 70s show. And he's 48 years old. And and by the way, my history, I got to go to my phone here. Flounder told me this morning that he has now been able to retrieve the music and history list that he's able to do.
It's very hush-hush.
It's very, yeah. And again, they didn't have much on it today, so I still have a bunch of stuff on my phone, and I got to get it. Froggy! Here it is. Our history list, I mentioned Danny Masterson, and there's another, here it is, another child stars people thing in the news here today. On this day in 2002, Fox TV aired Celebrity Boxing. Tanya Harding beat Paula Jones. Danny Bonaducci beat Barry Williams. And Todd Bridges beat Vanilla Ice. On this day in 2002. Anyway, a little history and the music and so forth. And incidentally, hold on, I want to give a plugs to our friends, our special friend sponsors. The 3 o'clock hour with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, brought to you by our friends at First Liberty Building and Loan. If you need financing to grow your business, visit firstlibertyga.com. What's going on? Are we all right?
Yeah, we're good.
Am I off a mic or something? Oh, he took our little thing. He took our little toy truck. My guy was a toy truck, and a little foamy toy truck, and somebody stole it. Flounder took it away. Do we have like a toy truck sponsor in here or something? Who are those people?
No, this morning I was working on a podcast that does here, the Marketing Madmen.
Oh, yeah,
and
I heard about them, yeah. Marketing Madmen. And so
this morning we had Perimeter Office Products on.
Oh, and so in your hand and here in the studio was there
are a couple trucks, yeah. So because now with the video, when they're doing the podcast, they can kind of advertise their company and stuff like that. So.
There's these little 2-inch long foam toy trucks. What's the name of the truck?
The name of the company is Perimeter Office Products.
Okay, and they were part of the marketing.
They were part of the podcast this morning. Yeah.
Well, good for them. Anyway, everybody should have little trinkets. We don't have any trinkets. We need trinkets. 680. The fans got freaking pens out there. I saw them. I swear to God, they got like 9,000 pens. As soon as you walk in the door, they got pens. They got buttons. They got bumper stickers. They got banners. It's unfreaking believable.
They have 8,999 pens because I took one when I left.
Well, I'm going to grab a couple of handfuls, see if I can get the hell on eBay. I better get $8-9 for a couple of handfuls. Who doesn't want a 680 pen? I mean, come on, you're killing me.
Did you see
nothing,
those little tote bags that you used to buy at Trader Joe's for like $5 to walk around with and put your fruit in?
Yeah.
Are going for $500 on eBay?
Oh my God! Because they're Trader Joe's bags?
They were $1.99.
Because they're Trader Joe's bags? Is that like the new Stanley Cup drinking cup?
Yeah,
thing?
like those Stanley, Stanley thing.
Now, see, why don't we think it? Why didn't we buy 9,000 of those $1 freaking bags and then retire? I mean, seriously, who the hell? How does this start? It's got to be social. It's on your phone. It's on social media. So, somebody started a thing, and oh my God, those stupid Stanley cups. What are those? Like $300 on even? They're plastic cups. God, I'm such a. Honestly, I just whatever. Anyway. 324. I'm in a goofy mood. I really like Wednesday all of a sudden. I feel good. I don't know what happened. I actually went to the store. Oh, are you ready for this? Talk about a cliche in my life. I went to the store today, actually, to buy bread and milk. I mean, and I realized, what are you doing? I mean, think about the last. I mean, that's like from 1952. Oh, honey, don't forget the bread and milk on the way. You know what I mean? It's just unbelievable.
Grab a couple light bulbs.
Yeah, I mean, bread and milk. That's right. I don't know why I thought that was so amusing. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm a wacky. We got all
anything happening in the world today? You want to get to the show?
Boy, is it
24 minutes in?
In fact, I will start with an update, Mr. Snarky. God, I'm coughing all day.
Pollen. It's pollen, man. It's everywhere.
God, and it's blowing my nose. I mean, it's really brutal. Olivia Munn We love this girl. 43-year-old actress, Olivia Munn. Did you ever see the TV show Newsroom?
Yeah.
Man, that was really, of course, it was a liberal thing, but it was really a well-done show. I can't believe it didn't stick around for years. I mean, it was really a great cast. It was a serious adult kind of half-comedy, serious thing. I mean, really, I thought it was well done. It was a Zorkin thing. Anyway, Olivia Munn was one of the stars in it. She's so beautiful, and she just seems like a sweet, actual person, natural and real and everything else. Well, Olivia Munn has now revealed that she has breast cancer. And here's why I bring it up, because this is kind of scary. She's been battling it for a while. She shared photos on her Instagram. Here's what's scary. She explained that she received an MRI after her doctor found her breast cancer risk assessment score was 37%. Doesn't seem very high when you think about it. We're going to have more here in a second. The MRI found luminal B cancer, which is aggressive and fast-moving in both breasts. In an effort to be proactive about my health, Olivia Munn writes, I took a genetic test that checks you for 90 different cancer genes. I tested negative for all of them, including the most well-known breast cancer gene. My sister Sarah had just tested negative as well. We called each other and high-fived over the phone. That same winter, I also had a normal mammogram. 2 months later, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Boy, talk about scary. She said she's had 4 surgeries in the last 10 months. She's only cried twice. Decided to keep her diagnosis private to get through some of the hardest parts of it. She made a public appearance with her partner, the comedian John Mulaney, at the Oscars on Sunday. And anyway, so she has breast cancer in both breasts, and she's battling it. And it doesn't say what stage or anything, but it says it's aggressive. Anyway, okay, newsy, 327 with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Yeah, the judge, here we go. Fanny the Floozy. They can't possibly keep her on the case. Okay, the latest is Fulton County Judge McAfee said today the state failed to allege sufficient detail for 6 of the counts of the solicitation of violation by oath of office, The concern is less the state has failed to allege sufficient conduct of the defendants, but the lack of detail concerning an essential legal element is the understand option. In other words, her boyfriend Wade, known for length and width and girth, apparently is so incompetent at putting together these things, and he's supposed to now be in charge of for a RICO violation when the only thing, most of the stuff he's ever done is traffic tickets, and he was so incompetent at it, apparently, along with Fanny's oversight, the judge said, no, you left this so wide open, you could have charged him with 10,000 different crimes. And he said the defense, there's no way that the defense could figure out what the hell you're doing. He said the indictment should have alleged an underlying felony solicited by the defendants. You can't survive unless accompanied by additional elements establishing what they did. I mean, it's just unbelievable. You freaking incompetent. And by the way, we know she's a liar. We know she committed perjury. We know she committed obstruction of justice out there in the freaking court. How in the hell has she not been charged with a crime? Now, the other shoe that's got to drop is Judge McAfee still has to rule on them. On whether Fanny the Floozy and her boyfriend, the pumper, should be taken off the case. Now, there's also the possibility, I can't imagine this will be true, that he could null pros the whole thing and dismiss all the charges. I don't think he could possibly do that. But still, he's got to take them off the case, and that may not come for a few days. Perhaps on Friday they were anticipating originally as the deadline that he kind of set for himself. Now, here's the thing. It's possible that he may have thrown a bone. He's a judge, and so he works in, she's in his court, the DA in Fulton County, for crying out loud. So he may have been afraid to also announce that he's taken her and Loverboy off the case at the same day today that he announced he's getting rid of 6 of their indictments. So he may be trying to spread it out a little bit so it doesn't look like he's doing a double whammy on behalf of Donald Trump. Because God knows, if you're a judge in these days anywhere, you can't be seen to favor Donald Trump. You can only be seen to favor the law. And I'll bet you he was afraid to, I don't know, I'm guessing. I'm just saying, we're waiting for the other shoe to drop, and maybe that'll be Friday to get rid of him. They can't keep them on the case.
Late Friday. He's going to dump it.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to. Take it out with the trash. So the news will be on Saturday morning, and then everybody go, and by the weekend, it'll be all over. Yeah, take it out with the trash on Friday night. 3:30, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. The robot coming up, and what now?
We got a couple phone calls
And
as
phone
well.
calls. Oh, Michael, next, 3:30, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
The Kimmer Show is only live on Extra 106.
Hi, I'm Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, where you'll find familiar faces, local voices, and community businesses like Seniors Helping Seniors.
Thanks, Tara. I'm Terry, owner of Seniors Helping Seniors. After losing my father, my husband and I wanted to take our experience and help others in the community. Our mission is to create meaningful connections while fulfilling the needs of our caregivers, clients, and their families. Seniors Helping Seniors helps less active seniors stay independent, allowing them to live the life the way they want to in the comfort of their own homes. We offer companionship and socialization, light housekeeping, meal preparation, transportation, doctor's appointments, dementia care, relief for the family caregiver, and more.
We hire active, mature adults who have a better understanding of the aging process. It's like getting a little help from a friend. Please check us out at shsnorthwestatlanta.com.
What a tremendous opportunity that fills a need so many of us can relate to. Friends, reach out. And remember, our town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
Don't miss the Atlanta Mushroom Festival, Sunday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day at Park Tavern in Piedmont Park. Beginning at 12 p.m. and ending at 7 p.m., this dog and family-friendly event features educational speakers, live music, and over 35 mushroom-themed vendors. Tickets are free with email registration or $10 for Comfort VIP, which directly supports the nonprofit festival. For more information, visit AtlantaMushroomFestival.com or Atlanta Mushroom Festival on all social platforms.
My name is Pamela Conley. I've worked for Bruce Hagen for 22 years. It's been the best years of my life, and not everyone can say that about their jobs. I'm the intake specialist for new clients, so I am the voice you hear when you call our office and the first face you see when you come by. I love sharing my years of experience with people and alongside Bruce, helping them through what is so often a really hard time. My name is Pamela Conley, and I work for Bruce Hagen. Let him work for you. Hagen-law.com.
Hey fans, Xander from Atlanta Painting Company here, and with spring on the horizon, the home team won't be the only ones painting corners in Atlanta. This spring, save 10% off all exterior projects and get a free color consultation. We understand how valuable your home is, so protect your investment with our industry-leading warranty and unmatched customer service. Don't just take our word for it. We have over 900 Google reviews telling you why we are the painters you can trust. Ready to get started? Visit us online at atlantapaintingcompany.com to schedule your free home consultation. The Atlanta Painting Company, the painters you can trust.
Central Heating and Air Conditioning wants you to know the start of the new season is the perfect time to ensure your home's comfort. Don't wait like most people do to have your HVAC system serviced. Your home should have maintenance twice a year. Maintenance helps keep your system running at peak efficiency and extends the life of your equipment. So turn to Atlanta's Carrier experts for your system's maintenance at 770-GET-HEAT or centralheat.com. With Central, you get Carrier products, Carrier warranty, and Carrier peace of mind. Plus, you know what's going to be here before you know it? The heat. It's allergy season, and Central Heating and Air can fix what ails your house and possibly your family with home ventilation and air quality products. Central has packages designed around health using variable speed, fresh air ventilation, air cleaners, air purifiers, dehumidifiers, and more. Central Heating and Air is one of the few second-generation, locally owned and operated HVAC companies in Atlanta. With Central, you're not just a number, you're a member of the family. It's been that way since 1947, and they've serviced over 100,000 customers right here in Atlanta. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. That's centralheat.com.
Look, some choices in life are complicated. Others, thankfully, are much simpler, like choosing Truist One Checking. There are no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, and when your life evolves and account balances grow, we'll upgrade your perks automatically. Truist One Checking. One simple choice. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Pack your bags and join the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets football team in Dublin, Ireland as Toe meets leather to kick off the 2024 football season in Dublin. The Aer Lingus College Football Classic will feature your Yellow Jackets versus the Florida State Seminoles in a special Week 0 matchup on August 24th, 2024. Don't miss this unique opportunity to visit one of the world's most popular travel destinations while cheering on the Jackets on a global stage. For travel packages, tickets, and more information, go to gt2ireland.com. Sting 'em.
Oh, my God. Putin's on TV on Fox. Look at the cheek implants. Holy crap. Vladimir Putin, Russian dictator, got these big bulges in his cheekbone. Oh, God. Oh, we don't have the singing version. This is the bumper music version, or is it? Oh, maybe it's coming to here. And here we go.
No.
Thank God I hate him. I hate his voice. I hate his hair. I hate everything about him. And in fact, he took that beautiful redhead model girl, too, didn't he? Kelly somebody or whatever her name was. Didn't he marry that Kelly? Rod Stewart married that famous model girl.
She was a blonde.
I thought it was... Oh, here it is. Rats. I was hoping to get away with not hearing this. Sorry. I hate him. I'm sorry. I just hate him. I'm sure he's a wonderful guy. 336. I swear to God, did he marry like Kelly LeBron? That was a hockey guy.
No, he married Rachel Hunter.
She's a redhead.
Yeah. No, she was a blonde.
No.
Both. She's both.
Well, she could be. Well, top, bottom, who knows if the drapes and the curtains and everything. Rod Stewart on this day in 2 years ago on this day, Sir Rod Stewart filmed himself fixing potholes on a road near his house, complained about the state of everything. 77-year-old singer's Instagram account showed him shoveling gravel, claiming no one can be bothered to do it, and he said people are bashing their cars up. The other day there was an ambulance with a burst tire. My Ferrari can't go through here at all. Rod Stewart was dressed in his tracksuit and a vest while singing and shoveling to fix the pothole 2 years ago near his thing. Well, that's nice. That's good for you. You're being a good citizen. Our birthday list includes the hideous Adam. I don't know what that means. Adam Clayton. Every time I hear that name, I think of Adam Clayton Powell, who was a famous kind of sneaky politician back in 50s and 60s, I guess. Anyway, Adam Clayton is 64, the bass player for U2. His birthday today. And let's see a little history list here for you. My camera's voice went down here all of a sudden. Speaking of music, on this day, 59 years ago, in 1965, Eric Clapton quit the Yardbirds. We just talked about him a minute ago. Anyway, how's it going? 337, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. Yeah, we got a million things. We got the robot. Right to the phones. We also have an exercise, which I will do for you live here on YouTube to see whether I'm going to die soon. Well, it's already too late. There's no such thing as soon. I'm already way past my, nocturnal bedtime, the dirt nap. So we'll see if you guys can do too. And it'll determine how long you're going to live. And you can do it at home if you're not in your car.
I haven't been able to do that in 30 years.
And feet, you really have to take care of yourself, my friend. 3:30.
Brisk walk every now and then,
3:30.
I do. I went to the doctor yesterday, and I walk. I've been walking since the first of the year. I'm eating better. I'm doing everything you need, and I gained 3 pounds.
Well, there you are. I have a hot fudge sundae every night for about the last 3 weeks, and I've lost 3 of the pounds that I'd gained when I said I gained 8 pounds. I've lost 3 of them already. Anyway, to the phone. Swatoon, you're on the radio, man. Scott's coming up. What's up, Swatoon? How you doing?
Hey, man, people like you don't die easily, so you're going to be here with us for the next 100 years.
I doubt it.
I'm calling about Trump and people who hate Trump, who don't like him because of TDS or, whatever.
Yeah.
I just have to tell them one thing. If they help us elect him as a president, in 4 years he's going to be gone. If Biden wins, Trump is going to be back again for next 8 years. Because he's going to try to be a president again. So
yeah, well, there you go, Swatoom. A good point, my friend. And thanks for calling. Of course, we knew they were both going to get their party nomination. I still don't believe Biden's going to do it. I don't believe they're going to let him run the ticket. I just can't. By the way, one quick thing, and we'll get right to Scott. I heard somebody last night, a guy I respect on Fox, I believe it was, one of their contributors is a lawyer, former special prosecutor and a DA, and so a federal prosecutor. And he said that he has talked to so many of his friends who are not Trump fans, friends of his who are lawmen in the CIA and the FBI and the law enforcement community. He said those are the people he hangs around with because that's what he does for a living. And he said, I can't tell you the number of friends I've talked to who are not Trump fans and who voted for Biden last time to make a point. And he says, after what this government has done in this 4-year period and how he's politicized the DOJ and what's happened with censorship and trying to keep a presidential candidate in jail so he can't run. I mean, he said that his friends he have talked to, not one of them is going to vote for Biden, and he says they all regret that they took it on. They said, well, let's send a lesson to try to calm down America and make sure we get back on a kind of a right, kind of that, old grandpa's going to just not going to hurt anybody. He's going to crack down on bad talk, stuff like that, and they believed him. And they weren't Trump fans, but they weren't liberals either, but they weren't going to vote for Trump. And he said, this time, there's no way they're going to vote for Biden. I bet there's a lot of voters who regret what they did. And even though they may think Donald Trump is a devil incarnate, would rather vote for him than go through this again for another 4 years.
They won't vote. They just
or
won't
not vote. Yeah.
Well, Joe Rogan said on a podcast the other day that he's voting for Trump over Biden. And I'm pretty sure he voted Biden last election, so that shows you right there as well.
Well, again, I think that's a significant number of people. And by the way, I guess let's do. Let me get to Scott first. I'm sorry, Scott. And we got a lot of politics stuff, and also we got the robot and the exercise and a million things, and Flounder's funnies, and don't let me forget that too. Scott, you're on the radio, man. How's it going? Thanks for calling. What's up?
Hey, buddy. Hey, guys. How are y'all doing? Happy Fanny Gets Hump Day.
There you go.
Hey, so when was the last time you saw a photograph of the White House? Or better yet, a live shot of the White House?
Yeah.
Well, it's temporary, but they have a giant banner hanging on top of it. It says Trader Joe's.
The White House?
Yeah.
Oh, Trader Joe. Very funny. Hey, thanks, Scott. I like it. Trader Joe's cloth shopping bag is going for $500 or $1,000.
I saw $1,000.
For what possible? Well, then why do we make some? My God, who's got plain shopping cloth bags and we'll put Trader Joe's on and sell them on the corner? Hey, $80, lady, right here. Save $500. I mean, I can't believe it. Is this real? I mean, is this true?
Yeah, and all the times I went there and I said, I'm not going to buy that. I'm not going to waste $3.
$2.99 or something. Oh, my God. Again, why didn't we think of who started this? Who the hell starts these things? And somebody must start it and then make I bet he's got a warehouse full of them,
An influencer.
Yeah, an influencer. God, I need to go back to college to learn how to make a living. My God. All right, 3:42. Should we do a living? A living. Geez, I got so many things. I put it on Facebook today. I posted on Facebook and YouTube going through the Al Jazeera Constipation, the AJC newspaper this morning. And again, it was just, I shouldn't have been surprised, and it actually wasn't surprised. I was just, as always, disappointed in America's largest black newspaper, the AJC. I looked for the incredible story. One of the most important stories of our time is the story about the presidency and whether the current president of the United States has been treated differently for the charge of misusing confidential and classified documents compared to the other president of the United States. And after that report by Robert Hur and the testimony in Congress yesterday proving that Joe Biden is a liar, he's a perjurer, he obstructed justice, he knew what he was doing, he gave classified information, secret document information to a writer, which turned it into a book that made him $8 million. He knew he was doing it. He admitted he was doing it. And he also, in the transcript, also showed that the White House tried to change the report to take out the bad stuff so it didn't look so bad about President Stupid Face. And the transcripts also show that President Idiot Head doesn't know where he is. In fact, there were 7 so-called funniest moments of the transcripts by the Daily Caller, and we'll be talking about those as we go along, which is absolutely an abomination. But the Al Jazeera Constitution, the largest black newspaper in America, put the story in the second section, like page 3 or 4, and they called it a political gimmick, a political stunt. I mean, it's unbelievable. That's one of the most important issues facing America in our entire political history. And by the way, I would like to get some apologies from Morning Joe, who said this Biden's the best Biden ever. Holy crap. And by the way, for the record, God, I'm running out of time here. I'll get back on track as soon as possible. For the record, I remember very well when Richard Nixon's people, his own party, came to him and said, Mr. President, you got to go, man. It's over. You can't do this. And he said he didn't want to do it. He said, I'm not a quitter. I'm never going to do it. And then when his own people said, it's over, he finally realized, well, I've got to do what's best for the country, suck it up, and that's what his comment was, and that's what President Showers with daughter should do. Do what's right for the country, what's best for the country, pretend to take the high road, and do what's right. And they won't do it. The Democrats, instead, even the Republicans turning on Nixon, did the right thing. These Democrats won't do the right thing. They're liars and cheaters and deceivers and sneakers, and they hide the truth and will never apologize, never say they're wrong. I would love to see Morning Joe come out and say, well, see what I mean? We need to have the audio. We need the audio transcripts. That guy put everything on tape.
Yeah, and he tried to delete it.
Yeah. We got to get the audio and then have Morning Joe tell me how much you recognize. In fact, coming up it's already 3:46. And I think we have more phone calls too. We'll get to those too. But coming up, some of the highlights of the transcript showing this man is out of his mind and he's a liar and he should be charged with a crime. Anyway, all right, 3:46, and we we'll do the exercise. We got the robot. Oh, we got a million things in your phone calls too. With the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 3:46, getting all wound up here on your Wednesday.
Stream Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Glenn Beck, Fox News, and even NASCAR on Sundays, anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app. Download the app now and get 24/7 access to the live stream, the latest news, and everything you need to know about Atlanta's only conservative talk station. Download the Extra 106.3 app for Apple or Android and check out even more great original content at thepodcastpark.com.
March is the month of marriage, and we're celebrating at Solomon Brothers Jewelers with our annual Marry Me March event. Hi, I'm Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers, and we are here to help couples tie the knot this month with engagement rings and wedding bands at this year's best prices. All this month, we are offering savings of up to 60% off rings and wedding bands from our top designs like halos, the hidden halo, single shared prong, double shared prong, and every design you can imagine in our store. Choose from our selection of hundreds of beautiful rings in every budget or hand design the ring of their dreams. Remember, no matter the price, you'll find something nice. So don't miss our Marry Me March event going on all this month and save up to 60% off engagement rings and wedding bands. Visit us today in any of our 3 showrooms on Peachtree Road in Buckhead, Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta, and now in Peachtree City. Or shop online at SolomonBrothers.com or on Instagram at Solomon Brothers.
Hey homeowners, Tug here with some exciting news. Southern Exteriors is your one-stop solution for top-notch exterior services, from roofing to siding, windows, gutters, and more. No more waiting. They can start on your project immediately. And with an in-house warranty division, Southern Exteriors stands by their work for years to come. From leaky roofs to faded siding, trust Southern Exteriors for a quick and lasting transformation. Don't wait. Transform your home today. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co now. Southern Exteriors, quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years.
Jordan B. Peterson, We Who Wrestle with God Tour.
If you say the truth and nothing else, you'll have an immense adventure as a consequence. You won't know what's going to happen to you, but the truth will reveal the world the way it's intended to be revealed, and the consequence for you will be that you'll have the adventure of your life.
Jordan B. Peterson, live this Friday at State Farm Arena. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Millions of guys suffer from erectile dysfunction. That's 1 in 4 men. And I can tell you, I'm one of them.
If you or someone you know suffer from ED, Peyronie's disease, or PE, here's 38-year emergency room doctor and founder of Total Body Therapy of Georgia, Dr. Eric Deal.
Patients who enter my office are often frustrated, hopeless, depressed, and embarrassed. I understand the problem, and I'm going to help you fix it. There are lots of competitors that don't have the credentials that I have. When you go to other clinics, you're not going to see a board-certified physician with the experience that I have. When you come to our clinic, you're going to see me. There's just not one therapy that can solve these complex issues. I'll do a complete history and physical prior to any treatment that we use. Take it from me, Dr. Deal. When it's not hard, it's really hard.
Call Dr. Deal for your free one-on-one evaluation and resolve your ED, Peyronie's, or PE issues. Total Body Therapy of Georgia, 404-777-1911, 404-777-1911, online at stopmyed.com.
Join A Second Chance Bail Bond CEO Daniel Madelon and host Tug Coward for the weekly radio show Back Your Blue. They will highlight special initiatives, criminal justice programs, and community events aimed at keeping our communities safer. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. to learn some good news about and from the law enforcement and justice communities. Tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m. or find it online at thepodcastpark.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Wow, 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 wow. I got 351 with a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And Jimi Hendrix. 2013, this was the day Jimi Hendrix scored his highest chart debut since 1969 when his new studio album People, Hell and Angels, consisting of unreleased tracks recorded with a variety of musicians between 1968 and 70, sold 72,000 copies in America the week of release, made its debut at number 2 on the charts. Jimi Hendrix 2013. And our birthday. Hold on, phone call. We got your phone call. That's Larry, Jerry. It's Jerry. Hold on, Jerry. Be with you in a second. I got a thing with a thing over there. If I get my thing over in the thing there. Birthday list includes. Oh crap! Now my phone went with my history. Hold on, I got it right here. I got it right here. Swear to God. Right, one more and boom. Okay. Our birthday list includes Kathy Hilton, Paris Hilton's mom, Kyle and Kim Richards' sister. Kathy Hilton is 65 years old today. Didn't she just pop in the news for something? Forgot to something. I don't remember what she did. Anyway, Kathy Hilton. But can you imagine being a celebrity mom like that? Wow. I don't think she's on one of those housewives of cities stories. So, this day in history, it was on this day in 1852. 1852, the New York Lantern newspaper published for the first time an Uncle Sam cartoon drawn by Frank Henry Bellew, showing Uncle Sam as a cartoon, first time, 1852. Let's see, 352 with the Kimmer, Pete, Flounder. A quick update on this business with hiding the truth of people. This morning I saw on TV, and I was on last night, I believe, too, actual videotape of Puttitat himself, Barack Hussein Puttitat, saying we need to close the border. These people coming across are illegal. They are not, citizens. They're illegal, and we have to stop these illegals from coming across our border. That was the President of the United States in 2009. Also in 2009, suspected child molester Chuck Schumer from New York actually said, ladies and gentlemen, we have to close this border. And by the way, he said these words. He said, if you try to pretend these people are so-called undocumented, that's the wrong way to describe them. That just makes us look like we aren't taking this whole thing seriously to close the border. He actually complained about the word undocumented. Chuck suspected child molester Schumer. What changed between 2009 and today? Seriously. I saw him say it. They said the words. Anyway, Jerry, can you make heads or freaking tails out of this? I don't understand. Do you?
Oh, sure can, man. Sure can. Hey, I love listening to you guys. You're on a trip.
Well, thanks.
Only thing I got to say is going to be something quick. What the hell is wrong with the senators and the governors and everybody? I don't hear anyone talking about the millions they're letting in and how many are going to do 9/11 and take us out from inside our own country.
Well, again,
what the hell is going on with these people?
Well, Jerry, it's even worse than that. The bill they tried to push through would guarantee something like 8,000 people a month would just be let in, and then we'll take care of them later, stuff like that. They are on the road to having these people be able to vote. They're on the road to saying, well, let's just let this all happen here, and then we'll take care of the when we get the next bill to take care of it. I'm telling you, it's a plan. It's what they've been doing, and they held it. What 6 or 7, 8 million people come across in 3.5 years? That's what they're up to.
And they're going to destroy us from inside.
Yes, sir. Jerry, thanks, man. Keep the faith, because it's. I mean, believe me, this is serious. You got another one there? Oh, is that?
Yeah, we got Rick the Painter.
Rick the Painter. What's up with you, man? Happy Wednesday. What's up?
Hey, happy Wednesday. Hey, Kimmer. I'm, following this stuff. I know the country's, going crazy, but what country is growing the fastest?
Well, ours, obviously, with illegals, if by population, probably us.
No, it's Ireland. Each day it's doubling.
Oh, it's Dublin. Oh, Ireland's it's Dublin. So Ireland is Dublin because God. Oh,
that wasn't a bad one actually.
Wow. Let's play that back later.
Maybe I'll use that for Flounders Funnies
every hour. Yeah, we'll play that right before the end of the show, just to kind of go out with that one with Rick the Painter with his little thing there. Okay. Oh, do you want to do this exercise thing? Have you heard about this? This is incredible. Okay, it says here, there's some expert, and I saw this morning, and I tried it, and I can do it. Sorry, I'm an idiot. But that's all I got is bragging about myself once in a while, because God knows nobody else will. Anyway, honey, I'm home. Oh, sorry. I still laugh every time. I go home into the darkened staircase, say, honey, I'm home, and they start laughing. It just makes me funny.
You know what?
What?
If you had Alexa, she could answer back.
I know. She'd probably say, hi, baby. I should have a little tape recorder that says, hi, baby. Come here, baby. Oh, God, I'd melt. I wouldn't make it up the stairs. Anyway, there's a new thing. This guy, he's an NYU clinical professor of something or other, and he says you can tell your life expectancy by whether or not you can do a certain exercise. And the exercise is called sit to stand. It requires you to stand up, sit down, and stand up again without using your arms or hands or wrists or your upper body appendages. Okay? So you're standing up, sit down, and then stand up again without using your arms or hands.
Now, doing what? I thought you were touching your toes.
I can do that. I can put my hands on there. I can put my palms on the floor. Well, can we do this? A camera won't show me that, will it? Do you want to videotape it on a phone or something?
Well, no, you're going to get up. I can put it on the third camera. Yeah, back up.
Okay.
Not a problem.
I'll just back up behind you there.
Right. Okay. Can you see me like this now?
Yeah.
Or should I go over here?
No.
Over here?
Do it.
Okay. All right. No hands, okay? All right, you ready? I hope you can see me. Oh, here we go.
They can see you.
Okay. No hands.
All right, he's on the floor. His butt's on the floor. He's coming up.
He's coming up. He's up for the first time. All right.
He used the... Yeah, come on.
So, I mean, and again... they say, let me get the story here. It says, the recipient, age 51 to 80, if participants in the exercise, age 51 to 80, would likely die sooner if they cannot do the exercise. The exercise, you stand up, sit on the ground, cross-legged, and then stand back up again without using your hands. And apparently there's like a phase of the exercise plan. It doesn't say what that is. But basically, you should try to do this. You should stand up. Could you see me okay, or was it blocked?
Yeah, you can see. You can see.
Okay. And again, you stand up and you sit down without doing anything up here, and then cross-legged, and then stand back up again. And the only hard part is when you're about halfway up with your legs. What?
I couldn't see it, so do it.
Oh yeah, I've already done it a couple times at home. Make sure I could do it, and I'm going to have me have a heart attack. Say, well, he did it. He did it. Oh, he's dead. Well, damn. But he did it. The man did it. He died doing what he loved. An exercise for the little people here on the radio. He died doing what he loved, struggling for breath and doing an exercise for a couple of idiots who egged him on into doing it. Oh, by the way, my God, then the Rhino would win the lotto on when I'm going to die before Christmas. We can't Let me do it now. We have a winner. He's dead. The man is dead.
Well, his family dead.
Now, I know, Flounder, I'm sure you can do it. Have you ever tried it?
Yes. Yes.
You have tried it? And
yep.
I know
I can
you
do
can
it.
Now, Pete, you probably cannot do it, I'm guessing.
No. Hey, kiss my butt. No, wait, are you supposed to keep your legs cross-legged?
Yes. Well, okay. You're standing up. You sit down, and you sit into a cross-legged position. However you do it when you're getting down, you cross your legs, so you're sitting cross-legged, and then stand up. Mm-hmm. And you can move back and forth.
I'll try it during the break.
But you can't use your arms and hands. You have to stand up and moving around until you stand up again. The hard part's going to be when you start unfolding your legs, and when you start to get about 8 inches off the ground, you're going to feel it. But that's the if you can use your lower body like that. Anyway, holy cow! It's already 4:00. Kevin, Pete, and Flounder, and a robot coming up with a 106.3 on your hump day. Look out.
WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
TikTok in trouble. I'm Tom Graham, Fox News. Fears over privacy, fueling a move to ban the social media app TikTok, a measure to do just that, easily clearing the House.
Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle joined together to pass the bipartisan legislation. The bill would ban TikTok from operating in the United States if its Chinese parent company, ByteDance, doesn't divest its stake in the company. Congressman Mike Gallagher, who sponsored the bill, argued ByteDance's connection to the Beijing government is a national security concern.
It does not apply to American companies. It only applies to companies subject to the control of foreign adversaries defined by Congress.
The bill faced bipartisan pushback from those who argue it's a ban on freedom of expression and would hurt the economy. It's unclear if the Senate will take up the bill, but President Biden has said he will sign it. Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
President Biden is campaigning in Wisconsin today after securing the delegates for his party's nomination in last night's primaries. But as his campaign gears up for the general election, polling shows stubbornly high inflation is on many voters' minds. His Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, is attempting to assure the public. Fox's Edward Lawrence.
I asked her about where we were when President Biden came into office and where we are now. The Treasury Secretary is saying, though, once rents cycle through, as new leases are signed, inflation will come down more.
It takes a while for that to filter into the CPI. And so I have every expectation that the single largest contributor to it, to inflation, is going to be moving down over this year.
If you look at chicken breasts from the day President Biden came into office to today, those are up 26%. If you run down the list of things we cook with, it's the same story. Butter is up 27%. All prices up 18.5% since President Biden took office.
The CPI report released yesterday showing inflation is up more than 18% since January of 2021. America's listening to Fox News.
You know, our friends at Henry Repeating Arms, they manufacture a line of very high quality rifles, shotguns, and revolvers that you can be very proud to own. Now, they're made in America with parts and materials also from America. Now, they use old world craftsmanship combined with cutting edge technology to deliver reliable and accuracy that you can trust in any situation. Now, they're easy to use and maintain. It makes them an excellent choice for both a novice and experienced shooter. Henry has over 200 models, so you can find the firearm that's right for you. There's also new releases all throughout the year, and every purchase is backed by their lifetime warranty and the company's owner. Anthony Imperato also gives his personal guarantee for 100% satisfaction. Now, make sure you go to their website, henryusa.com, order their free catalog. They'll send you free decals and a list of dealers where you are. That's henryusa.com. Free catalog, free decals, and a list of dealers where you are. You're going to love this company and these firearms like I do.
Hi, Tito. I would never hurt a child. What a waste. Yeah, that's the way it goes. 2008 life, man. Michael Jackson refinanced Neverland Ranch to save it from auction. He was told he owed $25 million on his California property. It'd be auctioned off within a week. Jackson bought Neverland in 1987 to create a fantasy land for little boys to sleep with. Named it after the island in the story Peter Pan, where children never grow up. No, because you kind of sentence them to a lifetime of thinking about you being in bed with them. But whatever. By the way, we got some wokeness coming up about that very thing here later on today's actual program. I swear to God, we have actual news things. Birthday list. Great actor. I really love this guy. William H. Macy, 74. He's Frank Gallagher on the Showtime show Shameless, also, of course, Fargo star. William H. Macy, 74 years old.
He was involved in that scandal where the rich parents out in California paid for their kids to get into college.
Oh, he was part of that?
His wife.
Oh, that's right.
I think his wife went to jail for a little bit. She served some time.
That's right. I don't remember if she went to jail, but I remember that now. Well, again, that's...
Well, when they went to interview him, he fled the interview. So.
He's fleeing. He was in a Tan Sierra. Isn't it amazing?
3 to 6. I mean, all day, every day.
Hey, Jeffrey Toobin took his penis out on Zoom. I mean, there are some things that are just going to go down in history as funny comments that you throw anywhere and they're still funny. I'm not sure I agree with your policeman there, Luke.
Okay, during the break.
Yeah, you did.
During the break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it as hard as possible.
Well, that's
just to
silly.
see.
All right.
So no, I kept my socks on, and I left the rug here, and I went out on the wooden floor, which is very slippery.
Yeah.
And I sat down, and I got to tell you, when I first sat down, I thought, oh, there's no way I can do this.
Yeah.
No way. And so I sat there for a second and go, well, screw it, I'll at least try. And it took a while because it was slippery with the socks on. And I managed to do it, but it was not easy.
Yeah, it's hard.
I'm glad I did it the hard way because it would have been easier barefoot on the rug because your feet can get purchased there. But I tell you what, it is not easy.
Well, again, if you just joined us, we're talking about an exercise that this official medical guy said. Oh, hey.
Let's give it up for Pete.
Thank you. Pete Davis, right here, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys
Good night, everybody.
We didn't see the video, so I don't know. Anyway, this guy says if you can do this exercise, you have a chance of living longer than if you can't. If you can't do it, you're in danger of living a shorter life. And the exercise is this. It's called stand and sit. You stand up. You sit down and cross your legs. You sit down like the old cross-legged position. So you're standing up, sit down with your legs crossed, and then stand up without using your arms or hands. Just stand up unfolding yourself from your feet and ankles and legs and unwinding your crossed legs and stand up. And if you can't do it, and it's harder than you think, because you get to a point where you're about a foot off the ground when all of a sudden, boy, you can really feel that. I mean, and that's one of the keys. In fact, they say, I think I might have it in here somewhere. It says, as we get older, we spend time thinking about cardiovascular stuff and aerobic, but balance, flexibility, and agility are also important, and you try to keep score, see how many times you can do it, stuff like that. Anyway, standing up, sit down, cross your legs, cross-leg position sitting, and then stand up again without using your hands or arms.
Another thing is, people over a certain age, I think it's 65 or something, they tell you that you should every single day lay flat on the floor, lay down on your back on the floor. Because the problem with older people, they never do that. So when they slip and fall, they panic when they're on the ground. And he says if you can do that every day, if you find yourself on the floor, it's no big deal. You just get up.
I hadn't thought of that. I really hadn't thought of that.
When was the last time you laid flat on the ground somewhere?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Alone.
That's different. Well, we have Asian cheerleader night. That's a whole nother. That doesn't really count because there's a lot of activity going on at the same time. I do have a lot of assistants with Asian cheerleader Kimmer fan club night. By the way, we're going to talk about Love You Long Time here in a minute too. Holy cow! What a dumb move that was on QVC. Oh my God! If you haven't heard about that, wait till you do. I was going to think of something else. Darn crap. Well, I hate when I do that. I was going to make a point about something important and now it's gone. 408, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. There's a number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Some of the bizarre moments, the Daily Mail put together the funniest moments of the Her transcripts describing his conversation with President Showers' with daughter, President White Trash. And again, remember, there is audio of all this. He taped it. And we want to hear the audio. Here's some. I'm going to do this myself, but I'm going to tell you one of the points during his interview with President Stupid Face. Here's how it went. At one point in the interview, Biden unravels a long tale of a man he represented in his legal career who lost his penis in a fire. Quote, "This poor kid is down a 100-foot vessel chimney, scraping the hydrogen bubbles off of the inside. They were made to shut the plant down once every, about 8 months or 6 months or a year, whatever it is. And he was wearing the wrong pants, the wrong jeans, and a spark caught fire, and he got caught in the containment vessel, and he lost part of his penis and one of his testicles. He was 23 years old." Okay, what could have prompted that anecdote? You have to scroll a few pages to get to the last time somebody besides Biden uttered a word about this soliloquy to find out he began his rant after Hur had asked him, quote, "Within the Naval Observatory, you mentioned a couple of workspaces earlier." And suddenly Biden went into the story of the guy he represented as a lawyer 50 years ago who lost part of his nookish knick-snack in a factory, something or other. I mean, holy cow, this guy being interviewed by a special prosecutor about whether he's competent to stand trial for breaking the law. And he goes into little tales like this. It's the same way I said, well, my hair on my legs gets real light, so kids look at my legs, it's real hairy, it's real hairy.
They like
God, Corn Pop. Yeah, he came at me with a chain, Corn Pop. I said, I'll beat you with that chain, Corn Pop. I'll take you. Oh, my God. Anyway, that's our president, my friends. 410. I can repeat and Flounder. Flounder, I forgot to. Are you in the front? I can't see where you are. Are you around? Okay, I got a question for you. The robot, he does 3 different things. Are they? How long are they? Real like 5 seconds, or are they a bit?
No, they're short. We can play all of them.
Okay. Let's do that now. This is kind of a fun story, and we're going to talk about TikTok and wokeness and the new way of referring to freshmen in college, which you are not going to freaking believe. But first, hold on. Where's my robot? Here it is. It says the world's most advanced. Oh God, ding of pages here. I'm going out of order. I'm being a real idiot to myself today. The world's most advanced humanoid robot does impressions. He's called Ameca, or Ameca, I'm not sure, A-M-E-C-A, Ameca, has been showing off his celebrity impressions. There's a video out developed by some Cornwall British engineering arts company, and they have the robot is filled with microphones, binocular eye-mounted cameras, a chest camera, facial recognition software to interact with people. The engineer says, the aim here is to build the best expressive capabilities. She, as a girl, is able to mimic to the tiny subtleties of human expression. And they have the girls sitting at a desk in the company offices, and this Ameca starts the video by listing the objects she sees in the room, including a desk and a chair, overexposed windows, shelves with books on them. She describes a toy robot and an anatomically correct model of a human head on the desk, says, oh, that's fascinating. And then the guy asked her to start speaking in the voices of famous people. And here she goes, the robot.
In the voice of Morgan Freeman. Imagine me, a sentient being trapped in a robot body, narrating my own escape. The irony.
Then that's Morgan Freeman.
That was Morgan Freeman. Like and then he says, I want you to talk about space stuff in the voice of Elon Musk.
In the voice of Elon Musk. Imagine, if you will, a fleet of robot rocket ships, each one smarter than the last. They blast off to Mars, not just to explore, but to discover secrets hidden beneath its dusty red surface. What they find could change everything we know about life in the universe.
Well, good. Yeah, not bad there. And one more. How about this? This is kind of weird, though. I might be trying to figure this out. Ameca, sorry, I don't know, is asked to give a long, ranting speech in the style of Donald Trump, but in the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants. So here's
SpongeBob SquarePants, but channeling Donald Trump. Go. Folks, let me tell you, nobody knows robot rocket ships better than me. I've seen them. They're huge, the best. We're going to Mars, and it's going to be fantastic. We're going to discover things, big things. And let me tell you, nobody loves Mars more than me. It's true. We're making space exploration great again. I'm ready.
Not bad. Again, it's a robot. So, I mean, and nobody put that sentence in there. I mean, that robot came up with it on her own, its own.
Watch the video. He comes up with this old-timey robot that we used to play with when we were kids.
Yeah.
You know, the old-timey Robbie the Robot
TV
thing.
shows, yeah.
And it basically rolls its eyes, looks away at the camera, and looks back and goes, "Oh, how quaint. A little toy robot."
I mean, here it is. It's real.
Yeah.
It's the next step, my friends. You're not going to know who you're talking to. Oh, man. I hope there's one, a little hottie for me before I go. You know,
Westworld.
Yeah, there you go.
Westworld.
Absolutely. We are in it, my friends. 414, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Look out. Here we go.
It's time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
Still thinking about that book I'd like to write about the lies the government tells us. I need to get over this. I have months of travel planned for this summer. Gotta be careful. Anyway, I was looking at some Social Security stats. You do know what a horrible. And anyway, what you might not know is that many years ago, 1981, the employees of Galveston, Texas, voted to dump the Social Security program and go with the customized program for Galveston. Details, okay, about a minute's worth. The city employee and the city would make matching contributions to a city retirement plan, the same as they were paying to Social Security. Then the city hires a financial advisor to administrate the funds in this plan. Every employee has their own individual account. The money's there, invested, earning. The plan has all the benefits Social Security has. Disability, life insurance, all of it. But what were the results? Well, since I just mentioned life insurance, here's the difference. Death benefit, Social Security, $225. Galveston, death benefit, 4 times the employee's salary up to $125,000. Which would you rather have? By the way, this worked out so well for the Galveston employees, the federal government had to pass a bill making this all illegal. Nobody else can do it. Why do politicians, both parties, love Social Security so much? The Democrats, because they can always tell voters Republicans are going to take their Social Security away. Voters aren't smart enough to know the truth. And Republicans, so that they can say, no, we're not. We're going to save Social Security. There you go. You're missing out, folks. Too bad the federal government won't let you invest the way you want to for your own retirement. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Hey homeowners, Tug here with some exciting news. Southern Exteriors is your one-stop solution for top-notch exterior services, from roofing to siding, windows, gutters, and more. No more waiting. They can start on your project immediately. And with an in-house warranty division, Southern Exteriors stands by their work for years to come. From leaky roofs to faded siding, trust Southern Exteriors for a quick and lasting transformation. Don't wait. Transform your home today. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co now. Southern Exteriors, quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years.
Sequoia National Golf Club is located 45 minutes west of Asheville, North Carolina, and nestled among the Oak, Fir, and Flowered Valleys in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains. Owned by the Eastern Band of the Cherokee, this Robert Trent Jones II design offers an idyllic 18-hole journey filled with panoramic vistas on every hole, beautiful landscapes, and a fun mountain golf experience. Enjoy a relaxed lunch or afternoon beverage on the outdoor deck with 180-degree views of the Great Smoky Mountains. The surrounding community also provides golfers a welcoming environment that is rich with Native American culture and exciting year-round attractions. Sequoia National Golf Club is just 4 miles from Harrah's Cherokee Casino Resort and just a short drive from Atlanta. Experience a fun afternoon of golf with your friends or stick around for an epic stay-and-play weekend. Experience mountain golf at its finest and then go hit the casino floor. Book your tee time at sequoianational.com. That's sequoianational.com. Experience the majesty and beauty of Sequoia National, mountain golf at its finest.
Well, Stephen, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we can't offer you the position.
Why?
Well, we ran your background check and there were several red flags.
Like what?
You were arrested 7 times for reckless driving.
So?
So you're applying for the school's bus driver position.
If you're in charge of hiring for your company, you know how helpful a background screening can be. That's why companies that use Horizon Background Screening make smarter hiring decisions. Don't let the wrong hire put your company at risk. Get the real story on your candidates at horizonscreening.com. horizonscreening.com.
What are your plans for your business this year? Hey, it's Tug. Do you want to expand and grow? Aren't you exhausted by going to lenders, building a relationship, and a week later, you got a new person to deal with? You have to start all over again? You don't have that with First Liberty Building and Loan. The Frost family has been helping businesses grow since the 90s, and they want to know you. Unlike big banks, they want to partner with you. The Frost family knows the patterns. They know the ebbs and flows. They know business. Get to know them at firstlibertyga.com. Building a building, buying a franchise, expanding. Reach out to them. Spend 10 minutes with them. See if you're a fit for them and if they're a fit for you. You do that at firstlibertyga.com. And by the way, if you're a young banker and want to work with a team that is faith-friendly and has a culture of excellence, First Liberty might be a good match. Reach out to them today. First Liberty Building and Loan. firstlibertyga.com. That's firstlibertyga.com.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. We handle bonds throughout Metro Atlanta, including from our newest offices in Cherokee County and Clayton County. In most cases, we can have you or your loved one out of jail in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 770-627-3235 or online at atlbail.com.
Hey, how you doing? 420, Kimmer, Pete, and Philander. In the 4 o'clock hour, brought to you by Atlanta Safe House. You need a safe, not like the Kimmer when I didn't have one in Florida and lost my medical records. Be better than the Kimmer. Atlanta Safe House. They have a showroom in Ackworth. AtlantaSafeHouse.com. All right, a little screaming here if you don't mind. Yeah, this is Sex Pistols. I don't know what they're saying. I'm sorry, I don't. Do you know what the words are? Do either of you guys know what they're saying right now? Any idea? Flounder, do you have any idea what those words are?
No.
So it's not me. So it isn't just me, right? I mean, I'm going seriously. I said, no. What the hell is the point? I mean, if you don't know what they're saying, is it just you like the sound of the screaming? I don't get it. I mean, I don't know. What's the attraction? There's no message to it.
It's a punk thing. It was all about attitude and noise. Really, attitude and noise.
I guess. And here's exactly why we're playing it. This is the perfect example. On this day in 2006, the Sex Pistols refused to go to their own induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. Blondie, Herb Alpert, Black Sabbath were all inducted. The Sex Pistols wrote a handwritten note posted on their website calling the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame urine and wine, saying, "We're not your monkeys. We're not coming. You're not paying attention." Hey. Good Lord. hey, we're the monkeys, all right. Our birthday list includes that luscious little Dana Delaney. I always liked her. Kind of a wholesome, kind of that sweet kind of next door wholesome. I'll bet she's a good kisser. She just had that little twinkly thing going on there. Anyway, Dana Delaney is 68 years old. Damn. She was in hand. Yeah, I know. Is that, of course, with China Beach or whatever, that was like in the 80s, wasn't it? I mean, hell, it was 40 years ago. Tombstone, Hand of God, Exit to Eden. Dana Delaney's 68 years old.
We're talking full frontal nude in that Eden.
I never saw that one, really. Yeah, she's a good looking.
It was about furries.
And would you say you were impressed with her naked frame?
Oh, yeah. She's still a good-looking woman. 68.
68. Hell, that's a kid to me. And on this day, unrelatedly, John Holmes died. I didn't want to, kind of relate, link me.
Yeah, keep moving.
Yeah, sorry. 1988, John Holmes, they estimated he had sex with more than 10,000 women. He's a porn star.
Hey, Holmes.
Yeah, he died of an AIDS thing going on there. He was, and the movie with Burt Reynolds, I think actually the movie with Burt Reynolds and what's his name about the...
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. Wahlberg. I started with S. Showtime. Oh God, shit! No, I can't believe it. Whatever that movie was, Burt Reynolds. I think Burt Reynolds either won. I know it was nominated. It may have won the Academy Award. Nominated. And I can't remember the name of the movie. It was the name of the night. Boogie Nights.
Do you think that Mark Wahlberg would make that movie today?
No, I don't.
He is a big Christian.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't think he. No, maybe as a lesson. I mean, if I remember correctly, I've seen the movie, but I haven't seen it in a while. And the last time I DVR'd it, I remember where it got to the part where they were having kind of the gunfight with the coke dealer thing, and I thought, I don't want to watch this. So it just got too ugly. You know, it was kind of it's a hard movie. It's worth seeing, I guess, but it's a hard movie. 424. Can repeat
in more ways than one.
Well, there you are. Oh, by the way, speaking of relationships, God bless those beautiful morning anal team of the beautiful morning bastards, Tug the Rhino and the smart one. Tug is. Have you heard about this? Tug is trying to set me up with his mom. And, I mean, God bless him for it. He was talking about, wouldn't it be a great visual at Christmas time to see the Kimmers sitting around the Christmas tree in the Christmas morning, handing out presents with Mom and Tug being there together, like the whole family with the family and the kids and everything like that. You know what, Tug? Bring her around, man. Bring her around. I'll take her on the old Herp Ho Highway. I'll give her a one-way trip to Lovetown. Absolutely. By the way, I'll tell you, you may want to double think it because how about this scenario? Your mother and I are sitting on the couch. You walk in the door and I've got my tongue in her mouth. I mean, my God, man. Incidentally, I don't know if you got together with your mother. I don't know what you'd call me, but I guarantee you she'd be calling me Daddy.
Oh my! Okay, just stop.
Moving along.
He's going to change his name from Tug to Yuck or something. I'll bet I'll never bring this up again. By no offense, your mother was way too sweet. I would never, ever get involved with a woman as nice as anybody that you even know. He may be the nicest man who's ever walked the planet for all I know. You know. I mean, seriously, he's just too freaking nice. So I got to ugly him up a little bit, but there's a thing about his mom. But God bless you. And, you know, but he was talking about the last thing I would ever do to a woman I had any respect for would be get involved with her, okay? I mean,
you know, nothing builds camaraderie at the old job workforce than making fun of somebody's mother.
His mother, yeah. Well, he's the one who he actually had the visual of me sitting around the Christmas tree on Christmas morning handing out presents.
Nothing brings people at the workplace together more.
And then the other thing is,
on the
of course, the Rhino's got a whole debate going. He's got a number sheet on whether I'm going to die before Christmas. The odds are like 7 to 5 or something. Yeah, so it would all fit in together. Oh my God!
I think Mike's putting up one of those March Madness boards with
hell,
month and date.
Mr. Dickey's got a 64 square document in his office hanging on the door.
X-Day on the board.
426. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Good Lord. We got some wokeness stuff coming over too. Oh, first on the third party thing, you may have heard on the radio today, and we haven't really talked about it, but we will here just for a moment. Robert Kennedy Jr. running for president as an independent is now was talking about out loud, apparently with his aides and friends, talking about his vice presidential pick could be Aaron Rodgers, the football player from the Green Bay Packers. Oh, no, who's he with now? Jets? Or the Giants?
Jets.
Yes, the Jets, yeah. But he's been hurt, so he hasn't actually played one snap or something. Anyway, so Aaron Rodgers as a possible vice presidential ticket. And the reason, of course, is Aaron Rodgers is an anti-vaxxer like crazy. He's been a whole thing in the news about not taking vaccines, and he goes on these special smoke hut things where you learn your true identity by seeing visions or something. I don't know what the hell he's got out there. Anyway, he's kind of a real cerebral type of dude. So this guy, RFK Jr. is thinking about him, or Jesse Ventura, the body Ventura. He was governor of Minnesota once, one term, didn't run again, 21 years ago. The former wrestler. I don't see any of that. But here's the question. If he pulls off delegate votes from either Trump or Biden, or both, I assume both, actually, if he's on the ballot, and I think the problem is he's got to pick a vice presidential candidate in order to be able to run on the ballots according to some states. So he's got to do something. Anyway, okay, let's say if the election happens and there are three of them, if nobody gets
the election happens and there's three of them.
Not all say it together. That's right. All right, pretend that all three of them are on the thing. And what is it, 280 to get delegate? I forgot, 280, I think. Let's say it's 280. They have to win 280 delegates to be president.
280.
Okay, let's say that. What if nobody gets 280? Because the three of them divide the vote up. Then, if I'm not mistaken, the presidential election goes to the state delegates. And the state
to the House.
The number of state delegates in the House, I believe, get to vote for the presidency. And there were more state delegates in the GOP than there are in the Democrats. I'm not quite sure how that works, but my understanding is that it would go to Congress and the state delegates would vote. And whether they're pledged to their candidate the first time or not, I don't know. I don't know.
I thought they would take a little boat over to the Weehawken Heights there in Jersey and fight a duel over it.
Well, that would make more sense to me. Anyway, if we got any constitutional third-party lawyer people in the audience, 404-741-1230. I believe the state delegates vote, but I don't know whether that means if they're obligated to vote for their candidate. I guess probably not. If it came to a tie, then they're all on their own, obviously. But again, the likelihood of that, well, who knows? Oh, God, sorry, Flounder, I forgot. 429, what do you got over there, sir?
I went into a parking garage in Seattle recently. I pay my money. I go up the ramp. There's a big sign on the wall that says speed limit 5 miles an hour. And then in big red letters, it says strictly enforced. 5. I'd like to drive around the corner, see a cop stand there with a radar gun. Hey. Chase me with his flashlight. Woo! Do you know why I pulled you over? No. Got you doing 7. How'd you like to go to court on that? Mr. Upton, been charged with doing 7 and a 5. How do you plead? Embarrassed. In the state of Washington, where I'm from, we have some of the most restrictive anti-smoking laws in the country due to secondhand smoke. They're good laws. You know what I'm tired of, though? We need a law about? Everywhere I fly now, I have to sit like this. You know what I'm getting tired of? Secondhand fat. Every time I get on a jet, there's a 600-pounder coming down the aisle. I'm like, oh, no, not. They always say the same thing. Can I sneak past you?
Sneak. Yeah, sneak.
Your sneaking days are over, my friend. Just sneak past the Golden Corral one time, right?
Who's that, Flounder?
Brad Upton. Relax on that joke. I look around the room before I do it. Sometimes I have to change it to 800.
Oh, man. Who's that again? Brad what?
Brad Upton.
Upton, all right. 431, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. We got actual topics and newsy stuff coming up, too. Look out. The legend Neil Bortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's the Kimmer. How's it going? Here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
Something that I'm enjoying wholeheartedly, the death of DEI. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. All concepts that ignore individuality and celebrate group identities. How long ago did I first start warning you about the word equity? It doesn't mean what you think it means. In its purest sense, it means everybody ought to have the same amount of stuff.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Hey, Green Industry Pros, I want you to close your eyes right now and imagine yourself on a Walker mower. The front mount zero-turn Walker mower is a true year-round workhorse that'll help you stay productive in all seasons. With a Walker, you, the operator, have complete view of the mower deck and the grass surrounding it. This enables a beautiful cut. Make time to stop by one of Howard Brothers stores, demo a Walker, and find out how you can become a Walker landscaper. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Walker mowers and Howard Brothers.
True Prep on Cobb Parkway is your one-stop shop for emergency preparedness supplies, including freeze-dried food, water filtration, first aid, and more. They also have a large selection of firearms, including a huge selection of AR-15s, firearm accessories, and ammo at the lowest prices around. They are locally owned and operated. You can visit their store in Marietta on Cobb Parkway or online at trueprep.com. That's TRU prep.com. Prepare today for a worry-free tomorrow at True Prep.
What's your retirement plan? Master Plan Retirement Consultants specialize in constructing plans designed to meet the challenges you could face over the course of a retirement. As holistic retirement planners, we cover tax, income, Social Security, legacy, healthcare, and long-term care planning. Our strategies are designed to maximize your retirement savings and income while minimizing taxes and protecting your assets from forces that could disrupt your retirement, providing peace of mind. A fiduciary advisory firm, Master Plan Retirement, works with you to create the potential for a sustainable retirement and a legacy to be remembered. Join us on our weekly radio show, Retirement Roadmap, every Saturday at 12 p.m. on Extra 106.3 as we discuss retirement topics for today's financial environment. Episodes can also be found on YouTube and on your podcast platform. Find us at masterplanretire.com to schedule your complimentary consultation. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
I think it's time to get rid of that old, ugly garage door.
Get rid of it? All it needs is a quick repair. Where's my duct tape and WD-40?
This is Dan Watkins with All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors, and let us be the ones to tell you if you need a repair or a replacement. If you have a wooden or uninsulated steel door, a replacement will always pay for itself with energy savings. But if your door is insulated and not very old, put down the duct tape and let us come out to service your door the right way. Head to allfourseasonsgarages.com or give us a call today.
Neil Borch here. Maybe you've already taken the steps to improve your health, maybe save your life. You're using a CPAP for your sleep apnea. I've been using one for well over 20 years. So right now, I'm here to tell you about a source for CPAPs and CPAP supplies here in the Atlanta area. CPAPs, etc. They're in Alpharetta. They have whatever you need. Roddy and Sharon are your CPAP experts, and they'll ship nationwide. More information, CPAPs.com. TC.com.
Look out. Yeah, baby. You got me going. What I'm doing now. Yeah, Kinks. 4:35. Cameron Pete and Flounder with the Kinks. 2006, the Kinks came out top earners for music and TV advertising in America. They earned like $9 million a year in 2006. The 60s group enjoying a resurgence of their music being used to sell washing it says washing powder. Does that mean detergent? Washing powder. This guy's British, I'm guessing. Yep. Computers and medicines. Kinks number one. Led Zeppelin came in second place, earning about $6 million, and the Rolling Stones third with about $4 million they earned in America for commercials. So there you go. Our birthday list includes Neil Sedaka. I love this guy's songs. 85 years old. Calendar Girl, Next Door to an Angel, Happy Birthday, Sweet 16, Breaking Up is Hard to Do. I've got a bunch of his on my Music Magic stick from a long, long time ago, Neil Sedaka. And I always thought, he's got that voice like this. And on Sirius XM, he hosts his own show, I think on Saturdays or something, and they repeated it when you hear it. And he has such a high voice, and he sounds totally gay. I thought he's got a family. I mean, he's not gay. It's just amazing. Even his mannerisms and his voice patterns. It's very strange. I mean, I don't mean strange. I mean, I was kind of surprised, but I love his singing. He's a great talent. I think he plays all his instruments. Maybe I don't know. I
bet.
What's
and
that?
Others too.
He did what now?
He plays other instruments. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
correct.
There you go. All right, sir. Well, anyway, Neil Sedaka, 85. Wow, good for you. And I'm not sure what you mean by that. On this day in 1781, William Herschel discovered Uranus. Yes, the seventh planet from the sun.
Neil Sedaka?
No, William Herschel.
Oh, William Herschel.
William Herschel. R.O.U. Herschel. Discovered Uranus, did you? I used a telescope.
Come out of there. Your sister needs to use the bathroom.
What are you throwing in there anyway?
There's other people here, you know.
What are we running? A restaurant? It's the first planet. It's sorry. I'm so sorry. The seventh planet from the sun, and Uranus was the first planet to be discovered with the aid of a telescope. And I'm sure it's Uranus, but I don't care because I'm.
No, they've actually gone back.
Oh, they haven't gone back.
They
Well,
tried
good.
it.
It's like
now they've gone back.
It's like harassment. Remember, for years it was harassment. We don't say harassment. No, it's harassment. No, it's not harassment. It's harassment. It's always been harassment, and it's still going to be harassment.
Yeah.
These people.
There was quite a controversy about that.
Well, I think Mr. Documentary, the documentary voiceover. 439, Kipper, Pete, and Flounder. And by the way, speaking of stuff like that, they took a vote in Congress on banning TikTok, and the Congress vote passed, including a lot of Democrats, and it goes over to the Senate. Now, the Senate, even though thanks to Georgia we have a liberal Senate, and it's possible that they will also vote to ban TikTok, although I think it might be a tougher procedure to get through the Senate just on general principle. But let me ask you this. I don't really know what it means. Well, I think the bill says if Chinese Communist Party does not give up control of TikTok, then it cannot be used in America. Does that mean you can't actually get the app on your phone in America? I don't know what that means. Is that what that means? It is somehow blocked internationally from the sky, from,
I think
electronically?
they would force Apple to take it off their apps here in America.
So nobody could actually get it anywhere. Although I assume there's some way to smuggle in or some... isn't there? Wouldn't be there? Isn't there? I mean, these guys are so the dark web or something. I mean, isn't there some? I'll bet you there's some way to get.
But you need a phone, and if they tell Apple, they tell the Samsung,
or iPad or anything else too, the same thing. Yeah. You have to get an app. Well, and now again, so let me ask you this: what do you think would happen if, in fact, the Senate passes the bill and it goes to he says he'll sign it if it passes through, and Communist China says, "Screw you." Your country's gonna go nuts if you are not allowed your kids to use TikTok. And my question is, what do you think's going to happen? What would happen in this country today? I mean, these days, modern America, if all of a sudden all of your children and all of the Gen Zers and Xers and all the people who are on TikTok for hours every single day, suddenly it's gone? Nothing, zip, zilch. How are they going to show their anger and protest? Are they going to burn cities like the Democrats did? Are they going to stage pranks? Are they going to change the salt shaker to put sugar in it or something? Or what are they going to do about it?
No, first of all, no one will put up with somebody rioting over TikTok being banned. And what are they going to do? Boycott work? They're not working already.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to go nuts. Every 13-year-old girl in America. Can you imagine the turmoil in the families around America and the schools and everything? All the kids. Can you? Oh my God.
You know what? But Trump and Elon are against the ban.
Yeah, they're afraid of Facebook. But now let me ask you this. I guess the question is, I would need to be convinced. I'm not sure exactly what they mean by danger to American security. I know they're trying to influence our children's minds and things like that. Is that what they mean? Or they mean they're trying to...
They're collecting, not only the mind thing, they're collecting information on all Americans.
To be able to use...
Straight to the Chinese military and the Chinese government on us.
All right, now, Trump thinks that Facebook is more dangerous.
A lot of people said, Joe Rogan says that Facebook is more dangerous.
Trump is against the TikTok ban because he says that everybody will be on Facebook again. Everybody will go to Facebook, won't have any choice.
Facebook, allegedly, with all this stuff they gather on us, there's a convention every year in Las Vegas where people around the world come to that buy information, and that Facebook sells that to these people, and some of them are pretty bad actors.
Unscrupulous, yeah. By the way, did you see the story about car manufacturers?
Sending the
holy
info.
crap. Chevrolet apparently was named, and I guess there's more than that. Chevrolet, among others, with your modern day cars, the information in your car is collectible. It can tell how fast you've been going, how many times you drive your car, how many miles you put on it, what your speed to things is, how many times you brake. I mean, there's all the information that you do in your car is in your computer, and the car company somehow can retrieve it and then sell it to the insurance companies, so the insurance companies can say, oh, well, these guys are driving way too fast. We're going to jack their rates up. I mean, I didn't know that was even possible, that they can sell everything you do. I saw one lady being interviewed on Jesse Waters last night. She said, now, wait a minute. They're going to be the goal of these people, the new modern goal for automobile transportation is that the government wants to be in charge of how you drive your car. So they're going to have the new modern computer will be able to say, this guy's going 59 in a 45. We're going to slow him down and slow down your car. And they're also going to have a thing. They're going to say, this lady said they're already designing a program that if you are driving drunk, if they believe that your car is being driven by a drunk driver, they will shut you down. And her scenario was this. How about you're driving with your children in a car and you come to an icy road, and all of a sudden in the middle of nowhere there's an icy road and there's traffic's building up and there's an icy road, and you skid and slide and swerve your car, and thank God you're a great driver, so you come out of the skid and you drive the right direction and you save yourself from this sliding, swerving skid to the side of the road, and all of a sudden your car company says, that guy's drunk, let's shut him down. And all of a sudden your car stops in the middle of the road and you can't start it because he thought you were drunk and you were actually saving your children's lives in the ice. I mean, my God, man.
It's called never buying a car that can happen to.
I'll tell you what, I'll buy a 68 freaking Mustang before I do that again.
Yep.
Holy crap. I mean, they can do it.
Well, how about those people? The insurance company gives you that little thing that you plug in yourself, and it collects all the data, it sends it to the insurance company, and it takes your insurance rates down. To hell with that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
It's talk about Big Brother, my God. 3:45, and this whole business with the TikTok. Oh, by the way, we're going to do an update. Something I promised yesterday. We're going to do the gay thing today. Well, the story. We're going to have a story about it. Anyway, Pete Buttigieg's husband is getting into it with TikTok, the libs of TikTok, and we'll come up. We're going to play that little.
Is he getting into it?
We're going to do that little
segment.
That little nursery rhyme coming up, and also, this has got to be a joke. There's a place called Montgomery College in Maryland, and they have a new word for freshman students. Coming up, 4:45 with the Kipper, Pete, and Flounder. Good grief.
From the latest breaking news to the conservative voices you know and trust, your best new follow on social media is Extra 1063. We're at XTRA 1063 on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and LinkedIn, and pretty much any social media you scroll through every day. And we drop exclusive giveaways, new daily content, and the latest breaking news from Georgia and across this great nation. Interact with your favorite Extra personalities. Get the latest on our live events and so much more. Follow at Extra 1063 across all your social media and keep up with Atlanta's only conservative voice.
Home is here. It's this place. It's this team.
Though our hometowns and backgrounds may be different, it is here that we are one.
Whether we're sitting side by side in these seats or watching from hundreds of miles away,
we share one heart and one home.
We are
Braves Country.
March is the month of marriage, and we're celebrating at Solomon Brothers Jewelers with our annual Marry Me March event. Hi, I'm Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers, and we are here to help couples tie the knot this month with engagement rings and wedding bands at this year's best prices. All this month, we are offering savings of up to 60% off rings and wedding bands from our top designs like halos, the hidden halo, single shared prong, double shared prong, and every design you can imagine in our store. Choose from our selection of hundreds of beautiful rings in every budget, or hand design the ring of their dreams. Remember, no matter the price, you'll find something nice. So don't miss our Marry Me March event going on all this month and save up to 60% off engagement rings and wedding bands. Visit us today in any of our 3 showrooms on Peachtree Road in Buckhead, Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta, and now in Peachtree City. Or shop online at SolomonBrothers.com or on Instagram at Solomon Brothers.
Central Heating and Air Conditioning wants you to know the start of the new season is the perfect time to ensure your home's comfort. Don't wait like most people do to have your HVAC system serviced. Your home should have maintenance twice a year. Maintenance helps keep your system running at peak efficiency and extends the life of your equipment. So turn to Atlanta's Carrier experts for your system's maintenance at 770-GET-HEAT or centralheat.com. With Central, you get Carrier products, Carrier warranty, and Carrier peace of mind. Plus, you know what's going to be here before you know it? The heat. It's allergy season, and Central Heating and Air can fix what ails your house and possibly your family with home ventilation and air quality products. Central has packages designed around health using variable speed, fresh air ventilation, air cleaners, air purifiers, dehumidifiers, and more. Central Heating and Air is one of the few second-generation, locally owned and operated HVAC companies in Atlanta. With Central, you're not just a number, you're a member of the family. It's been that way since 1947, and they've serviced over 100,000 customers right here in Atlanta. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. That's centralheat.com.
Hi, I'm Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, where you'll find familiar faces, local voices, and community businesses like Seniors Helping Seniors.
Thanks, Tara. I'm Terry, owner of Seniors Helping Seniors. After losing my father, my husband and I wanted to take our experience and help others in the community. Our mission is to create meaningful connections while fulfilling the needs of our caregivers, clients, and their families. Seniors Helping Seniors helps less active seniors stay independent, allowing them to live the life the way they want to in the comfort of their own homes. We offer companionship and socialization, light housekeeping, meal preparation, transportation, doctor's appointments, dementia care, relief for the family caregiver, and more.
We hire active, mature adults who have a better understanding of the aging process. It's like getting a little help from a friend. Please check us out at shsnorthwestatlanta.com.
What a tremendous opportunity that fills a need so many of us can relate to. Friends, reach out. And remember, our town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
Millions of guys suffer from erectile dysfunction. That's 1 in 4 men. And I can tell you, I'm one of them.
If you or someone you know suffer from ED, Peyronie's disease, or PE, here's 38-year emergency room doctor and founder of Total Body Therapy of Georgia, Dr. Eric Deal.
Patients who enter my office are often frustrated, hopeless, depressed, and embarrassed. I understand the problem, and I'm going to help you fix it. There are lots of competitors that don't have the credentials that I have. When you go to other clinics, you're not going to see a board-certified physician with the experience that I have. When you come to our clinic, you're going to see me. There's just not one therapy that can solve these complex issues. I'll do a complete history and physical prior to any treatment that we use. Take it from me, Dr. Deal. When it's not hard, it's really hard.
Call Dr. Deal for your free one-on-one evaluation and resolve your ED, Peyronie's, or PE issues. Total Body Therapy of Georgia, 404-777-1911, 404-777-1911, online at stopmyed.com.
Here we go. The Eggster, Paparoni. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete and Flounder. 4:51 on the. Yeah. Little Iggy Pop here, 1977. Iggy Pop kicked off the North American leg of their Idiot World Tour at the La Plateau Theater in Montreal. David Bowie was in the band playing keyboards and backing the vocals. Blondie was the opening act on the leg of the tour, 1977, with Iggy Pop. There you go. The birthday list includes, oh, my phone, get back that one, stinker.
Now, that would be a fun lineup to see.
What's that? Iggy Pop and Blondie.
David Bowie and Blondie.
Blondie,
yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be a hell of a show. Not that I would even know that. Common, I'm going with, because you said it, therefore I must be right. Common at 52 is 52 years old today. Pretty good actor in Selma, it says here. John Wick 2 and AMC's Hell on Wheels. Common won the 2015 Academy Award for Best Original Song, Glory from Selma.
He was on that show, what was it, the one about the Confederate soldier that went around killing everybody that had killed his wife. Hell or High Water or
Hell on Wheels? Hell on Wheels.
Hell on Wheels.
I just said, yeah, that's right.
And Common couldn't act his way out of a paper bag.
Yeah, that's what they say. He's famous. He's a rapper. He's an entertainer. I'm not sure what you call him. A singer, rapper, what?
In the earlier story, Iggy Pop collaborated with David Bowie on an album, and Iggy could not stand Bowie's suggestions. He screwed up the album as a producer.
Really? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
On this day in history, a couple things. Let's see. A guy named, on this day in 1639, a guy named John Harvard named a university after him. So he was a clergyman, named himself the famous John University back in 1639. No, it was Harvard, silly. So he put that on a test. Let's see. And how about the difference here? 1660, they passed a law limiting the sale of slaves in the colony of Virginia. 1660, limiting slave sales. On the same day in 1865, Jefferson Davis signed a bill allowing slaves to be used as soldiers to fight for the Confederacy, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you're going to fight for the cause. The cause of slavery? Yes, yes.
How white of him.
I'll be damned. Why am I laughing? That's horrible. Let's see. We got a billion things coming, including some TikTok stuff and woke stuff and holy crap at sports and things. But first to the phones. Here's Adam with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Hello, Adam. You're on the radio. How's it going?
Hey, doing well, Kimmer. How are y'all?
Hanging in there, my friend. Happy Wednesday. What's up?
So a comment about the TikTok. I think because maybe the American government can't control the content on TikTok. When it first came out, I was worried about it too, about Chinese controlling it or hacking into things. But if they can't control the content on TikTok's platform, they want us not to have it. So anything the government don't want us to have anymore, I'm kind of skeptical whether, maybe we should trust it.
Well,
if the government says it's bad, if the government says it's bad, then I don't know that it's bad anymore because the American government has lost our trust or lost my trust.
That's a great point. And the problem is, do we trust again, I don't know whether the TikTok is still owned by somebody in China, so it's not like they're going to sell it to some Australian firm, I don't think. If they do have it under someone else's control, then how are we going to know that they're not still trying to mess with us? I mean, I don't know the way around other than just banning it. If we don't ban it, they're going to come up with a way to do what they're doing now, just without us knowing it. Like we don't know it now.
Well, sure, but there's a lot of things I follow on Facebook that get shadow banned. I never hear about, never see the pages. A lot of conservative stuff, and then on TikTok, you see both sides, far left, far right, and somewhere in the middle. So, I don't think they want the truth getting out. They can't control it.
Well, I'll bet this is going to come up in the Senate. When this bill goes to the Senate, it's going to have a lot tougher time getting that kind of support, I'll bet you, with reasons just like you're bringing up here, Adam. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Have a great week. And be careful out there. Day. Thanks, man. 3:55, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Oh, Pete Buttigieg's husband is all upset with the libs of TikTok. Apparently, and by the way, if you're not asking for, if you're going to go public as the husband of Pete Buttigieg, you're asking for trouble, and he's got a little feedback here because the Pete Buttigieg's husband, Chasten, criticized the libs of TikTok founder Chaya Raichik for her getting the job on the library panel in the state of Oklahoma, even though she doesn't live in Oklahoma. She lives in Los Angeles. So Pete Buttigieg's husband says she's just against she's anti-LGBT and social media stuff. She's not qualified. They shouldn't give her that job. She just hates gay people and LGBT people. She has no qualifications at all. And Buttigieg says, as a parent and former teacher, I want qualified people in education. This is quite simple. She isn't qualified. She doesn't have no degree in education. She has no experience. She's the rest is theatrics. She has openly attacked LGBTQ rights and positions that influence educational policy as a dangerous message. Oh, a dangerous message, Mr. Fudge's husband. Golly, let's talk about your message when you have your little classroom full of teenagers at your Safe Schools Pride Camp in 2019. Here's the pledge, which Fudge's husband has the children say at his Pride Camp.
I pledge my heart. To the rainbow. Of the not so typical gay camp. One camp. Full of pride. Indivisible. With affirmation and equal rights for all. Watch your heads.
No, your own head, mister. Sorry. No, that's appropriate.
It's grooming.
Yeah, it's grooming. I don't know what else to call it. I mean, pledging. When you pledge something with your heart, I mean, if you're pledging it, you're going to do this. Your goal is to accomplish that.
You can't say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, but you can do that.
Good Lord. I mean, this is just freaking unbelievable. Let's see. I got to get the hold on, you guys. I got to get the text on this story because it came out funny. This is unbelievable. Check this out. It's 4:58, by the way. Oh, my God. We got to do a Flounders. We had enough Flounders Funny? We have time to do it right here?
We just did one, remember?
Oh, we did?
We're going to do one in the 5 o'clock hour.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
You're addicted.
I'm sort of addicted. Well, I mean, they're a huge hit with our afternoon audience, and I want to make sure we get them in there. And so I pledged to you.
What she said.
I've been bad about it, and I'm going to try to get better. So let's sing. All right, so instead, here we go. 4:58. Check this out. A guy named Chalkboard Heresy wrote this about a former teacher named Frank McCormick. A school in Montgomery County, Maryland, is now doing this, referring to freshmen like this. Fresh people, listen up. This department is hosting a writing... fresh people? There are no more freshmen. It's fresh people. Fresh people, ladies and gentlemen. Reactions. Gee, I can't wait for the Latinx Fresh People Drag Seminar. Another. So I'm supposed to be offended when a word with men in it is used to apply to all mankind, but not get upset when actual men pretend to be women. Gee, sounds like an invitation for the Haitian gangs. I mean, this is unbelievable. This is a school system I grew up in. It wasn't always like this. It took me a minute to understand what the hell I was reading. These are obviously not serious people. Holy crap, fresh people instead of freshmen? Oh, man, come on. What happened to our country? I mean, seriously. Are you so offended by saying freshman? Do you have to change the word? Oh, God, 5 o'clock. Holy crap at sports will get us out of this nonsense shortly with a Kipper Pete and Flounder. Look out. Hopefully. God.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Lee Brandt Jewelry and Watches.
Cheese in the land of cheese. I'm John Saucier, Fox News. President Biden back on the campaign trail today in the battleground state of Wisconsin, trying to rally support in his swing state where he and former President Donald Trump are neck and neck. We start with Fox's Mike Tobin in Milwaukee.
Here at the Boys and Girls Club, he's going to announce a $36.6 million grant to overhaul 6th Street in front of the Boys and Girls Club, and that is part of a $3 billion infrastructure investment program nationwide. He's in full campaign mode. He met with the executive committee of the Teamsters Union as well as the rank and file committee, hoping to win the endorsement of the historic union and the 1.3 million members. With the Badger State clearly a battleground state, neither side wants to make the mistake of Hillary Clinton back in 2016 and take Wisconsin for granted. President Trump won it by some 22,000 back in 2016, so less than 1%. Biden won it by 20,000, so even a smaller margin.
The Republican National Convention, by the way, will be held in Milwaukee in July. A legal win for former President Trump, the judge overseeing his election interference case, dismissing some of the charges against him and his associates. 6 charges in question have to do with his soliciting elected officials to violate their oaths of office, which includes 2 charges related to a phone call Trump made to fellow Republican Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. The former president is still facing 10 counts in this case. His attorney, Alina Habba, appearing on the Fox News channel.
It goes to the sloppiness of, frankly, the prosecutors down there. We know that that's the case, and more importantly, that this should not have been brought in general.
Well, the judge is leaving the door open for prosecutors to refile those counts against the former president. President Biden's son, Hunter, declining to appear for a public hearing on March 6th as part of House Republicans' impeachment probe into the president. The first son's lawyer calls the proceeding a, quote, carnival sideshow. House GOP accuses President Biden of influence peddling while serving as vice president. America's listening to Fox News.
You know, our friends at Henry Repeating Arms, they manufacture a line of very high quality rifles, shotguns, and revolvers that you can be very proud to own. Now, they're made in America with parts and materials also from America. Now, they use old world craftsmanship combined with cutting edge technology to deliver reliable and accuracy that you can trust in any situation. Now, they're easy to use and maintain. It makes them an excellent choice for both a novice and experienced shooter. Henry has over 200 models, so you can find the firearm that's right for you. There's also new releases all throughout the year, and every purchase is backed by their lifetime warranty and the company's owner. Anthony Imperato also gives his personal guarantee for 100% satisfaction. Now, make sure you go to their website, henryusa.com, order their free catalog. They'll send you free decals and a list of dealers where you are. That's henryusa.com. Free catalog, free decals, and a list of dealers where you are. You're going to love this company and these firearms like I do.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of blank. Ready on your dog, target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kipper. Don't be afraid of that much. Anyway, 503 with the Kipper. Pete and Flounder on your humpity hump day. A beautiful afternoon. It's like 70-something, I think. It looks still sunny and beautiful. Hope you're enjoying it. By the way, have you done my Kipper's driving tip? I mentioned yesterday early in the show. Mentioned again today. If you're driving along.
Just
again,
the tip.
No, just the tip. If you're driving along, and again, not in rush hour. If you're obviously, in 400 and you're a foot away from the guy in front of you, this is not silly. But if you're driving along and there's nobody really around, not right in front of you or whatever, as you're driving along, instead of looking at where you're going, you're looking over the hood of your car, looking at where you're going. Instead of looking at where you're going, look at where you're going to be going. In other words, lift your face up, lift your eyes up, and look at the horizon. Look as far ahead of you as you can. See the difference? I guarantee that the people right now are going, oh my God. You can suddenly realize you can see everything. You can see all the driveways, all the possible dogs running out areas or kids playing. I mean, when you just stop looking over the front of your car, when you look up to the horizon, it opens up everything. It's a motorcycle. It's actually part of a motorcycle safety thing. And also when you're going to make a turn, if you're going to turn to your left, you come up to the intersection, and when you start to turn, before you turn, you should be looking to your left. You will flunk your motorcycle safety test if you don't look before you turn.
Do you also have any advice for teaching young kids how to shake hands?
No, that was out of context. Oh God, he's playing it again. I'm going to erase that. I'm going to burn it. Jesus, Mary, there's no possible. Oh God. Jesus, God. I was shaking hands, showing how to shake a man's hand. You always look him in the eye. Haven't got the common decency.
A compliment.
I got to have you and do my sister. My house. No.
What was that? The one you did yesterday? God. What was the one you did?
No, we got to do the gay thing tomorrow. I've got to do the gay thing tomorrow. It's something like that, which we just did actually. Thank you. By the way, you want me to show you another thing? By the way, earlier today we talked about, and we have newsy stuff. We have the latest on the Trump thing. And we got all the newsy stuff. Earlier today, there was a story about some of the fitness experts said there's one exercise that if you can't do it, it'll mean pretty much that you're going to die younger than you should. If you can't do it, you need to be able to get to do it, and you're going to have trouble. And the exercise is called stand and sit. As you're standing up, standing on your 2 feet, sit down on the ground without using your hands or arms. You can't use your hands or arms in this thing. Sit down and cross your legs, like they call it the old Indian cross-leg, Indian scout. I guess that's offensive these days, but that's what we used to call it. And so you're standing up, sit down, cross your legs, and now stand up without using your arms. So you have to kind of maneuver to get your legs to uncross and stand up without using your arms or hands, just your legs and your feet. And if you can't do it, that says you'll die younger than you should. And I did it. I showed you. We did it live on YouTube a little while ago. And there's another one. Oh, this happened at 5:07. Can I do this? I'm kind of going out of order here and stuff. Two things. I got a message from, I got to find it here. Hold on a second. Oh, crap, that's not it. Come on, give me my phone thing. Here we go. I got a message here. I think it was from Anthony. Anthony sends me something like 48 videos a day. I know I love him. I really, seriously. I'm sure it's kind of hard to get through all of them. But again, the God bless you, Anthony, for your thing. Well, now I was talking about, thank you. I was talking about the Bachelor TV show the other day. And one of the girls I thought she was from Hawaii because she and her family were saying aloha. He was meeting the family on this particular Bachelor thing. He was meeting the family. And the girl said, the date girl said, well, when you meet my mother, you should bow to her and take her hand and hold the back of her hand to your forehead. So you bow, take her hand, and put her back of her hand to your forehead. It shows respect and stuff like that. And which she did, and they all loved. The family was laughing and happy and crying. They're just wonderful. What a great. Yeah, that means she's going to be boss to you for the rest of your stinking freaking life. Anyway, so he sent me a guy named Johnny sent a real, and Anthony sent us in, and it says, Kimmer, when you mentioned Leah from Hawaii on The Bachelor, and the custom of touching her hand to her forehead for an elder, that's a Filipino custom. So she must be Filipino and living in Hawaii. This was Rachel, was her name, was the Hawaiian looking. I guess she's Filipina. And by the way, for the record, if you didn't see the show. Or even if you did, they do a gimmick with all the three girls, and they one like went on a jet ski ride, the others goes something or other, and the one with Rachel, the girl from the Filipina girl, apparently they dove and jumped off of platforms into a lagoon. And on one of the higher platforms, they jumped off the platform, and she got hurt. You go feet first. The first one they dove head for, like diving, but the second one was up pretty high, and so they jumped in feet first, and she got hurt. She had to go to the hospital because of what happened to her face. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to stand up here, Flounder, and I'm going to show you what we learned at drown proofing in the Marine Corps. And again, this is actually real. If you ever have to jump off a high thing into water, there are two things you should do, and I'm going to stand up and show you right now. Two things you should do.
Standing up.
One, you cover your. Can you still see me? Yes. Here we go. You cover your face and your jaw and close your jaw like this. Two things. It stops you from snapping your teeth into your face, and it also protects your nose from getting too much water in your nose plunging into water. So you go like this. The second thing is, I saw it's a little gross, you cross your legs and put your hand like this. This is how you jump. I don't think you can see it. This is how you do it. And if she had done that, she would have been fine, but she had to go to the hospital. They thought she had broken her jaw. And had a nasal thing, broken her nose. I mean, really, that's how bad it was. Anyway, it's a Marine Corps drown proofing thing. And by the way, have you ever tried to tread water or be in the water for like 2 hours? Let me tell you, you learn a lot about taking care of drown proofing. It's like jellyfish float, where you actually go underwater and then eventually float back up again and then take a breath and then go underwater. I mean, you do that for like 2 hours. Let me tell you something. Your life changes when you do that.
I'm telling you, when Poseidon is trying to drown you off the coast of Ocean Beach.
Yeah, let it go.
And when the waves are hitting at 8 foot every 3 seconds, you learn pretty quick how to hold your breath and bob up and down.
Yeah, we've both been caught in the surf and thought we weren't getting out. I mean, we've told the stories before.
That's the closest I ever thought. I mean, I seriously thought I was going to die.
Yeah. And the power of the ocean. Holy cow. If you're not fearful. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, I got 5'11" already. I can't believe it. The judge has dismissed 6 of the charges with Fanny the Floozy because her incompetent pumping pounder boyfriend didn't know how to take care of RICO cases. And the judge said these charges are ridiculous. The lawyers don't even know what they mean. There's no way this makes any sense. So he threw them out. Now, the case is still going to go forward, and the judge has yet to decide. He hasn't decided, probably by Friday, hopefully by Friday, I think that's the plan, to decide whether or not Floozy, the Fanny Floozy, and her lover pumping boyfriend are going to be taken off the case. If they are, then my guess is it will not even go to Fulton County. There'll be some state commission that'll decide what to do, and we'll take it from there. But again, the judge today said, no, the 6 of these charges are gone. Freaking ridiculous. And again, with the nerve of these people. And these are the same people who stand up in a church and call us all racist because we're picking on the black guy. Give me a break. You freaking incompetent By the way, this is the same woman who lied under oath, lied to the judge, lied in the court, tried to obstruct justice, tried to pretend that she wasn't doing the thing they caught her dead to rights doing. I mean, my God, she should be charged and convicted and sentenced to prison. She's the insurrectionist. Fanny the Floozy and her lover pumping boy are the insurrectionists trying to overthrow what should be happening legitimately in court. They're the insurrectionists. They're the ones violating the Constitution, doing it on purpose and lying about it. And by the way, coming up, I put something on Facebook and YouTube today from my house this morning about this business with the Al Jazeera constipation paper. The coverage, oh my God, the media coverage of yesterday. Oh God, the hearing of 5. What did I forget, Flounder?
How about a funny?
Okay.
Kind of lighten the mood a little bit, huh?
Thank you.
All the studies say that men and women are equally intelligent. I believe that, but I do believe that you women must have figured out a way to use more of your brains, because I know that my wife's life is more complicated than mine. I know she has to make more decisions just getting dressed in the morning than I have to face all day. Women's lives are that complicated. I found this out the first time I went shopping with my new wife for women's shoes. It was a frightening day. I hope I never have to do it again, but I learned a lot. I learned, for example, that women don't just have shoes. Men just have shoes. That's what they're called. They're all called shoes. If it goes at the end of my leg, on my foot, that's a shoe. Raise the heel, lower the heel, change the heel, doesn't matter. Still a shoe, always a shoe. Women don't have a single pair of anything called shoes. They have subcategories for even the slightest change in footwear. Women have pumps and clogs and flats and slings and heels and open-toed and mules and spikes and flip-flops and strappy sandals and scrunchy boots and stilettos and wedges and T-straps and whatever the heck an espadrille is. Men don't know what any of these are. This is a code women use to keep us out of the conversation. A man doesn't know a pump from a flat. All a man knows is when you got a flat, you need a pump.
And who's that, Flounder?
That is Rex Havens.
Rex. All right, well done. 5:14. Kemmer, Pete, Flounder, and sports next on 106.3.
Start your day the right way with Tug, Rhino, and Los on the Morning Extra.
Rhino, born and raised up in New York.
Yeah, born in Queens.
And is a new son of the South. He was tired of paying them taxes.
Tired of it.
Tired of the nonsense.
Can't drink a big gulp. I want 64 ounces of soda and I want to get fat, so be it.
That's
Give
right.
me all that sugar.
Let me be.
The Morning Extra, 6 to 10 a.m. every weekday morning on Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Hi, I'm Mark Beckham with Atlanta Ramjack. We specialize in only foundation repair. What is foundation repair? Foundations sink or settle. These issues need to be addressed. It only becomes more costly the longer you put it off. What is the biggest cause of foundation problem? Either poor construction, inferior site preparation, or weather. Drought causes cracks in your foundations. If you see any signs of foundation issues, please contact us at atlantaramjack.com.
Is this the year you want to grow your business? Do you want to expand your team? Build a new office? Hey, it's Tug, and I want to tell you about First Liberty Building and Loan. Aren't you exhausted by going to lenders, building a relationship, and a week later, you're dealing with a new person? You won't have to with First Liberty Building and Loan. The Frost family has been helping businesses grow since the 90s, and they can help you too. They know the patterns, they know the ebbs and flows, and they know business. Now the Frost family wants to know you. FirstLibertyGA.com. Buying a building, building a building, buying a franchise, or expanding. Reach out and spend 10 minutes with them. See if you're a fit for them and if they're a fit for you. FirstLibertyGA.com. By the way, if you're a young banker and you want to work with a team that's faith-friendly with a culture of excellence, First Liberty might be a good match. Reach out to First Liberty Building and Loan at FirstLibertyGA.com. That's FirstLibertyGA.com.
So, Robert, I want to thank you for your time. I just don't think you're the right person for this position.
I don't understand. Was it something I said?
Well, we did a background check on you and found some things of concern.
If you're in charge of hiring for your company, you know how helpful a background screening can be. That's why companies that use Horizon background screening make smarter hiring decisions. Don't let the wrong hire put your company at risk. Get the real story on your candidates at horizonscreening.com. Horizonscreening.com.
Join A Second Chance Bail Bond CEO Daniel Madelon and host Tug Coward for the weekly radio show Back Your Blue. They will highlight special initiatives, criminal justice programs, and community events aimed at keeping our communities safer. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. to learn some good news about and from the law enforcement and justice communities. This week's guest is Cobb County Sheriff Craig Owens. Tune in on Saturday or find it online at thepodcastpark.com.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 770-627-3235 or online at atlbail.com.
Join A Second Chance Bail Bond CEO Daniel Madelon and host Tug Coward for the weekly radio show Back Your Blue. They will highlight special initiatives, criminal justice programs, and community events aimed at keeping our communities safer. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. to learn some good news about and from the law enforcement and justice communities. Tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m. or find it online at thepodcastpark.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
All right, look out. How you doing? Kimmer Pete and Flounder 518. And coming up, Senator Raphael Wife-Knocker is at it again, making fun of the death of Laken Riley. And we have more on the coverage of President Stupid. But first, holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
The Braves visit the Orioles later tonight, and yesterday they sent down an infielder by the name of Nacho Alvarez Jr. You know how they broke the news to him, Cameron?
How did they break the news to him, sir?
They said it's Nacho time yet.
Nacho.
He went down with Luke Waddell and Luis Liberato, which is one of the great names in professional baseball right now. On this day, March 13th, 1954, Milwaukee Braves outfitter Bobby Thompson broke his ankle while sliding into the base in a spring training game. He's going to be out until July. He is replaced in the lineup by
the guy who set the record for Lou Gehrig right there. Or the guy...
Wally Pipp?
Wally Pipp, the second baseman. Pipp to Landers to Chase. Or whatever that is. Not even close. I know it's the guy. We all know the guy. His name's not coming out. It was either Lou Gehrig. It's Lou Gehrig.
Say it.
I did. Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig was playing for the Milwaukee Braves in 1954.
Hank Aaron.
The bastard died in 1941. What are you talking? Yes, it was Hank Aaron.
Well, that's what I said. Thank you.
Sorry, I brought it up.
You can all go to hell. How about that? Kiss my foot. How about that?
The Yankees got bad news, but it could have been worse.
Yeah.
Ace and reigning AL Cy Young Award winner Garrett Cole going to miss at least the first 2 months of the season.
Oh, my God.
But he might not miss the entire year. He's got elbow soreness. He's going to go see that same doctor in L.A. that Ronald Acuna Jr. just went to see. So,
wow.
Lucas Giolito of the Red Sox will miss the season after having surgery on his pitching elbow, but no second Tommy John surgery for Lucas. He had one about 12 years ago. Doctors have inserted an internal brace into his elbow to stabilize the tendon. Giolito is now robo-pitcher.
I was going to say, can you do that with a pitcher's arm to put mechanical stuff in there?
They knew the procedure was a success when Lucas told the first batter he faced, "Dead or alive, you're coming with me."
Well, what if he could throw like 119 miles an hour all of a sudden or something,
This isn't the movie with a little 12-year-old kid could play in the major leagues.
Well, who knows? You could. There ought to be a way to make sure a shoulder and an elbow and the ulterior, whatever they are, can be mechanical. My God.
Right now, it seems ludicrous, but I'm telling you,
it's coming.
Within 20, 25 years, they're going to have to be thinking about stuff like that, about whether you can put cyborg stuff into your athletic body to make you better.
I think there should be. I think there's going to be a whole league. I guarantee there'll be a whole league of a half human, half thing, or enhanced, mechanically enhanced human beings, or and have a whole league of it. Absolutely. This would be cool as hell. I think they should have a steroid league. If you want to use steroids and pump yourself up to make your body go nuts, as long as we all know about it and you're all doing the same thing. But have a ball. I don't care. If you want to risk your life out and turn your testicles into peas, it's okay with me. But if it would be be funny as hell to have these guys on muscle-bound, freak, crazy, going nuts, fighting each other and stuff, like steroid golf. These guys weigh 320, they're solid muscle, and they're all freaks out because they're high on steroids, anger, stuff. How funny would that be?
A lot of testicle talk the last couple of days.
I'm
I've
so
noticed.
sorry. I don't know what's going on. Well, I know what's going on.
Anyway, if you haven't already seen the Instagram post from Pirates closer Aroldis Chapman,
man, no, don't look. No.
Chapman shared a video of him groping and kissing an older woman. It's a 30-second video. He's lying on the chest of an older gray-haired woman on a sofa. As he snuggles up to her like a little kid, he squeezes each of her breasts before she bats his hands away, but he continues to grope, and then he kisses one of them. All the while he's muttering, boob, boob. It's like Chris on Family Guy.
Yeah.
Is it boobies? Over and over. And just when you think it can't get any creepier, they believe the woman might be his mama.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aroldis
So you saw it,
Chaplin. What the
Aroldis
world would think that on video that he thought that would be funny, or golly.
No. Your Atlanta Hawks are in Portland tonight. Now, usually I recommend a local restaurant in whatever town the Hawks are in. But today, play-by-play legend Steve Holman did the job for me. Posting on Facebook a pic of his breakfast of corned beef hash and poached eggs at Mother's Bistro and Bar. And it looked, I'm not a big corned beef hash guy. I don't really like hash unless it's hash browns, but it looked tasty.
Well, what I like is roast beef hash on eggs, on medium over medium eggs. A couple of eggs and roast beef hash, not corned beef hash, roast beef hash. And I'll tell you what,
corned beef hash, it gives me heartburn for a month.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not everybody is happy with the Falcons free agent. Sports Illustrated is grading them and gave the Falcons signing Kirk Cousins a B. And this is what they say about receiver Darnell Moody's signing. At 26, he's an intriguing player. Recorded more than 1,000 yards in his second season, but he's yet to get 500 yards ever since. With the Falcons, he'll be surrounded by the best skill position talent of his career, including Robinson and Cousins and Pitts and London. However, it's a good bit of change for a player who hasn't done much the past 2 years. If he gets on track, it could also be a steal, but they only gave it a C+ grade.
Ooh.
Yeah. To put that in perspective, before you get too depressed, the same SI expert graded the Browns signing Jameis Winston as a B+.
Really? That's strange.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
And the Eagles have re-upped Landon Dickerson to a 4-year, $84 million contract.
Wow.
The 25-year-old new multimillionaire was asked, what are you going to do with all this money? A Lamborghini, maybe? A monster truck? And he replied, I may go get a new lawnmower. It's something I've been looking into.
That's smart.
And
move.
he's not just any lawnmower. The riding zero-turn lawnmower. The zero-turn is like the biggest thing now going in lawnmowers.
What does it mean? It goes like in a circle or something? You don't have to. I don't know what that means.
You don't have to turn. It's called zero turn. There's no turns. You just go in a straight line no matter what it is.
Well, you can't. Then you'll never finish your lawn. You'll be doing your neighbor's lawns. I don't know what you mean.
It says right here, zero turn.
Well, that's a bunch of crap.
Turn.
That's not. But that can't possibly be what it means. It must be instead of you having to turn the vehicle, that it just slides your seat around and goes back the other way without changing the wheels or something.
No, I think if you go up against a tree, you don't have to go around or anything like that. Basically, the whole thing just turns to the left or to the right and just keeps going on its merry way.
Well, I don't know. I don't like it, and I'm not going to get one. Because I don't have a lawn to mow either.
Or $33 million.
Or the money, yeah.
Speaking of the Eagles, it is amazing what $33 million can do to change your attitude. Defensive back C.J. Gardner-Johnson just last year called the denizens of Philadelphia, and I quote, effing obnoxious,
oh boy.
End quote. But after signing a big deal with Philly, C.J. has changed his tune, apologizing to the city, calling it, quote, an amazing place.
Well, the city of brotherly love,
Perfectly timed there, Flounder. Love it. Jets part-time quarterback Aaron Rodgers was on a ayahuasca retreat in Costa Rica.
Oh, boy.
But it's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. who may be on the good stuff when it comes to mushrooms these days. The presidential candidate is allegedly thinking about naming Rodgers as his vice presidential running mate, which is a really bad idea. I mean, come on. Aaron Rodgers is coming off an Achilles tear. He's not running anywhere very well these days.
Hey, the Achilles tear running, please.
Hold on a second here.
Oh, hey, there you go. Oh.
Anyway, former Falcons wide receiver and gambling enthusiast Calvin Ridley has signed with the Titans 4 years, $92 million.
90, holy cow.
Remember, he was the guy the Falcons got rid of, and the NFL suspended him for a year because he was, I think, gambling on his phone in the locker room or something like that.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah. And NASCAR is trying to drum up interest by starting a debate. Who would win a 10-lap race between Kyle Busch and the late Dale Earnhardt? Who'd you put your money on?
Probably Dale Earnhardt because he's probably meaner.
I agree on that, but Kyle has answered the question. He says, don't waste your time. Neither one of them would finish the race.
I was going to say, you put me in a corner, guess what?
You put one in the fork, I'll put one in the...
You'll be wearing that engine.
Put one in the hospital, you put one of his in the morgue.
That's the Chicago way. Oh, my Lord. Is that your sports answer?
That's sports.
By the way, on this day, Pete, in 1903, the American League in Major League Baseball approved the New York Highlanders as a member of the American League, soon to become the New York Yankees in 1903.
Where did they come from? Where did the Highlanders move from?
Let's see. I don't think I've ever known that. I don't have no idea.
Baltimore. They were in Baltimore. Then they moved to New York. Yeah.
Well, I shall be damned. Probably. Let's see, 528. Let's see. I want to bring this up. Yesterday, on the way to work, every single day, there's a place where I come to a traffic light, and it's a 2-lane road ahead after the traffic light to go straight, and the right-hand lane becomes a merge lane with an arrow on the road says you got to turn. Okay, so when there's someone next to you at that traffic light, and I'm serious, here's the thing, if someone's next to you at that traffic light, obviously, the guy on the left has the right of way because the lane on the right is going to disappear. So clearly, the law must say that you have to merge when appropriate and when you can legally and safely to get in the change to the next lane, correct? That's the law. When you're safely able to turn the lane, when you're like, okay. Well, yesterday, a guy in a BMW, a big Beamer, tried to race me to cut me off. And, of course, I blew him away. And then he got all mad and started doing it. And so I slammed on the brakes and said, come on and get me, punk ass. I mean, this is unbelievable. If you're trying to deliberately race a guy and cut him off, you're being rude and unlawful. You're supposed to wait until you can safely merge into the other lane. Now, today, I had a woman next to me on the right-hand lane, and we took off, and I wasn't racing. I was going to see what she was going to do. And she kind of held back a little bit. I went forward, did my thing, and then she pulled in behind me, as she should have. And everything was fine and dandy. But if you're deliberately trying to cut a guy off, you're asking for it. You're being rude, inconsiderate, and you're asking for trouble, and you're breaking the law. You're supposed to wait until you can safely merge to the next lane. Am I wrong on that, or is it any man for himself all of a sudden?
99% of the time, you're correct, but you got to understand, the man was driving in a what?
A Beamer, yeah, freaking BMW. Right. Those guys are everyone I know. I'm telling you, they're just maniac. I had one the other day. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm coming down a highway to take a right to go up into the back road. And it's a 2-lane thing. And the guy, I saw him behind me on the left, and it was a 3-lane highway going down the road. And he's in the middle lane, and he knows he has to go right. So he starts speeding up, and all of a sudden I can see him in my rearview mirror. He's speeding up because he knows he's in the wrong lane, and he puts on his blinker and tries to dive ahead of my car. I mean, he just thinks because he puts his blinker on, and he knew he was in the wrong lane because I could see him racing to try to get back in the proper lane, and I wouldn't let him in. And he looked at me, he rolled down his window, I swear to God, he rolled down his right-hand window. It's a Beamer, it's a freaking Beamer. And he said, hey, what you doing? I said, get in the right lane next time. And he got tailgated me, so I slammed on my brakes that time too and said, come on, let's go. And the little punk backed off and took a left. I mean, who the hell do you think you are? No, I got to stop this yelling. I mean, seriously, give me a freaking break. And why is it always me? I didn't do anything. Leave me alone. Just drive your freaking car and leave me alone. God.
The Alpharetta traffic report brought to you by
431. Give her a repeat. It's at 531. Oh, my God, we're almost done. Holy crap, I've ruined the whole day. All right, 531. Sorry, boys. We got more actual stuff, I promise.
The legend Neil Bortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's Tug, and here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
In my attempt to learn more Spanish, I've been trying to learn how to say SpongeBob SquarePants. Esponje de Roberto Pantalones Cuadrados.
There you go. The things that you will focus on when learning Spanish.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
All right, look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer 532. Coming up, I'm going to be complaining about the new headlights. Have you seen the new headlights on cars? They have like X's and Z's and lines of lights. Please. Anyway, all right, 532. Okay, I'm going to lock myself up. And with my Atlanta Safe House safe. Yes, I could, actually. Oh, in fact, Atlanta Safe House, my longtime sponsor, I bought 2 safes from Atlanta Safe House, and they can bolt them from the inside to your garage concrete floor, your basement, or anything you're looking for. These are the Jeff and Mark really take care of you. Atlanta Safe House. And it's a way to protect your assets, unlike when I lost my Social Security card because it was in my wallet many years ago and realized, boy, I don't want to go through that again. It belongs in your safe, along with your business records or marriage and divorce papers, your living will, stuff about your kids, medical record, all that kind of stuff. Like, couldn't find my medical records down in Florida, and the VA says we're not going to give you the money you deserve because you can't prove the day and date you were there. Anyway, whatever. I'm sorry, lock up your stuff. They can build you a family storm shelter at Atlanta Safe House. They have a showroom in Ackworth. They have all the great deals. Their gun safes are always on sale. Business safes, jewelry safes, high security safes. They can build you a vault door if you want, protecting your assets. And again, they only use off-duty police and firefighters and military folks to give them a little kind of a second income and a way to say thanks for what you do. Great folks at Atlanta Safe House. This is a non-woke company protecting your rights, and too, by the way, not giving your key codes to somebody snooping around trying to get it. They don't do that kind of stuff. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. Appreciate going there, AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Hey, green industry pros, I want you to close your eyes right now and imagine yourself on a Walker mower. The front mount zero-turn Walker mower is a true year-round workhorse that'll help you stay productive in all seasons. With a Walker, you, the operator, have complete view of the mower deck and the grass surrounding it. This enables a beautiful cut. Make time to stop by one of Howard Brothers stores, demo a Walker, and find out how you can become a Walker landscaper. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Walker mowers and Howard Brothers.
Sequoia National Golf Club is located 45 minutes west of Asheville, North Carolina, and nestled among the Oak, Fir, and Flowered Valleys in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains. Owned by the Eastern Band of the Cherokee, this Robert Trent Jones II design offers an idyllic 18-hole journey filled with panoramic vistas on every hole, beautiful landscapes, and a fun mountain golf experience. Enjoy a relaxed lunch or afternoon beverage on the outdoor deck with 180-degree views of the Great Smoky Mountains. The surrounding community also provides golfers a welcoming environment that is rich with Native American culture and exciting year-round attractions. Sequoia National Golf Club is just 4 miles from Harrah's Cherokee Casino Resort and just a short drive from Atlanta. Experience a fun afternoon of golf with your friends or stick around for an epic stay-and-play weekend. Experience mountain golf at its finest and then go hit the casino floor. Book your tee time at sequoianational.com. That's sequoianational.com. Experience the majesty and beauty of Sequoia National, mountain golf at its finest.
My name is Amy Risley. I have been working for Bruce Hagen for 17 years. When I first started, my boys were 4 and 6, and whenever I needed, Bruce allowed me to bring them to our office. Bruce has always treated us like family, and 17 years later, I still love coming to work for Bruce Hagen. The best part of my job is when I get to put a settlement check in the hands of someone Bruce won a case for and see it change their life. I'm Amy Risley, and I work for Bruce Hagen. Let Bruce Hagen work for you. Hagen-law.com.
Don't miss the Atlanta Mushroom Festival, Sunday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day at Park Tavern in Piedmont Park. Beginning at 12 p.m. and ending at 7 p.m., this dog and family-friendly event features educational speakers, live music, and over 35 mushroom-themed vendors. Tickets are free with email registration or $10 for Comfort VIP, which directly supports the nonprofit festival. For more information, visit AtlantaMushroomFestival.com or Atlanta Mushroom Festival on all social platforms.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPsetc.com.
Look at it. Here we go. Here we go. Kipper, Pete, and Flounder, 437. I have a story about this song in just a moment, and some reaction to my screaming. Apparently, I'd like to apologize in advance. 1971, Brewer and Shipley. That's the name of these guys. Entered the U.S. singles chart with One Toke Over the Line. It featured Grateful Dead's Jerry Garcia on steel guitar. It peaked at number 10, although it was banned by radio stations for the references to drugs. Brewer and Shipley maintained the word toke meant token, as in a ticket, hence the line waiting downtown at the railway station, one toke over the line. Sweet Jesus was a separate part of it. Well, here's the story. When I came here in Atlanta, I worked at a radio station in 1972, and this was a song from 1971. And in 1972, our morning show, John Moore would play this. It was a music and lots of newsy morning show, and he would play this song, but he was only allowed to say, "And now Brewer and Shipley with One Over the Line." He was not allowed to say the word toke. We were not allowed to play Simon and Garfunkel's The Boxer because it had the word whore in it. Whores on 7th Avenue. Anyway, boy, how times have changed. He couldn't say the word. They could play the music, but they wouldn't let him say the word, which is kind of silly. Let's see. Birthday list includes Annabeth Gish. Annabeth Gish, 53. She was the older daughter on West Wing. She was in the X-Files, Mystic Pizza. Annabeth Gish is 53. And on this day in history, I go back to my phone here because I got a double thing with the phone there. Hold on. I'm Froggy. Here it is. I got it. 1942 this day, the Canine Corps begins training dogs for use in warfare in World War II. Carry messages close to the enemy front, scout dogs barking when something bad shows up. Same day, 1948, the last of the Old West. In Bingham Canyon, Utah, the mountain mining camp town was the last town in what was called the Old West to make it illegal to carry a gun without a license. Until 1948, anybody could carry a gun anywhere. It's the Old West, and this was the last town to actually have a gun rule in 1948 on this day in Utah.
Well, getting some reaction to your BMW rant here.
Oh, all right, sir. Please do. And tell me where I'm wrong here. Tell me where I'm wrong, I dare you.
Scott from Johns Creek has weighed in.
Yes, sir, Scott.
He says, quote, Tesla drivers are the new BMW drivers as well. Yeah. They both suck balls.
I don't think we... Well, I wasn't quite so bad after all.
Then he mentions another name that you usually call the morning crew.
Oh, the beautiful bastards. 540. We got stuff coming here. By the way, this hour is sponsored by our good friends at Lee Brandt Jewelers, where luxury jewelry and watches are affordable. Drop by their store in Sandy Springs or visit LeeBrandt.com. And there you are. Let's see. Oh, but we have tickets to go. We still have tickets to give this. Let's do that right now. If you want to, here's a number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We have a pair of tickets to go to what's called Shamrocks and Hops. It's this Saturday afternoon, a 2 o'clock deal at the Wild Heaven West End Brewery and Gardens. It's called the unofficial after party of the Atlanta St. Patty's Day Parade. Professional Firefighters Foundation will benefit the Health and Wellness Fund. Shamrocks and Hops afternoon of fun for the whole family. A cornhole tournament, live music, mixtapes, tribute band, kids activities, stuff like that. You can go to tickets at FreshTix.com if you want to buy some. We're going to give away 2 right now, a pair of tickets right now. 404-741-1230. Is there? I guess there is an Atlanta St. Patty's Day Parade.
I think so.
I don't know anything about it. Do you know? Do they have floats or they have bands playing? Or I don't know anything about it.
It used to be a big deal. We used to meet the Budweiser guys down at Aunt Charlie's in Buckhead, and it was like a party all day.
I haven't seen anything I haven't seen anything on media anywhere. Where is it? God, it's Wednesday. The parade's what, Saturday?
They used to always have one down at the Highlands too.
It says the unofficial after party, the Atlanta St. Patty's Day. When are they going to do the parade then? If it's the after party on the 15th and St. Patty's is the 17th, well, I don't know. I don't know anything. All I know is we got 2 tickets giveaway. If you want them, you're welcome to them. And we'd be very happy to have those for you. Let's see. 404-741-1230 again, just for the record. Let's see. What the heck? I was going to do something else here. Oh, a couple of bizarre headlines in the news. We were talking yesterday about Neil Young. And I hate his voice. I just hate his. I hate his voice for some reason. Well, Neil Young is making Twitter and X pretty clearly now a lot of reaction to him. Somebody writes in to say, "Let me get this clear. Neil Young pulled his music from Spotify over the seriousness of Joe Rogan supposedly spreading dangerous misinformation. Now that this dangerous misinformation is on even more platforms, Neil Young has decided no, he's not going to pull his music from other platforms just to put his music back on Spotify. Way to stick to your principles and show him your rebel ways, Neil Young was an idiot move to begin with." Travis Tritt weighs in. Travis Tritt, I couldn't agree more. With Neil Young, David Crosby, and others supposedly pulled their music from Spotify over disinformation. I reported the fact that Young and Crosby had already sold their music catalogs and no longer had control of where their music was played. It was all propaganda and had no basis in actual facts. And the guy says, "Hey, Travis, thank you, man. Neil Young's one booster away from an obituary." Which is pretty funny. Crosby was very high at the time, and heroin was pretty expensive. Nowadays, royalties from wooden ships alone would pay for his fentanyl. When all those woke hipster bands and their needles corroded into rust, there'll still be a show on Music Row for old outlaws like us. I'll see you there, Travis on Music Row. Holy cow. Anyway, he's getting an earful of that stuff. What we got?
Real quick, our winner is John Silva, and this is the John Silva in Marietta who gave you the cannolis at the Marietta Diner last year.
Oh my God! And they were I love the cannolis. Hell, was that a year ago? I thought maybe it was a year ago. We started last June, and that was last summer, wasn't it? I think we did that thing. We showed up at the morning show and had that fun out there. Yeah, cool. Let's see. God, 5:44 already. I can't believe it. With the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Oh, you know what? This was bizarre. 2 things really struck me as kind of bizarre. First of all, there's a new survey from Gallup, 12,000 Americans. The new survey shows that Generation Z now believes that about a quarter of the entire generation are now gay, lesbian, bisexual, queer, or transgender. About 25% of Generation Z, 18 to 27-year-olds, 25% say they're not regular. They're bi or lesbian or gay or queer or transgender. A quarter? Years ago, it used to be 10%, maybe. And by the way, Gen Z females, 18 to 27-year-old girls, 30% say they're not straight. 20% they're bisexual. And guess what? One expert said that the reasons for the explosion in identifying as non-straight could include the effects of social media and influencers like on TikTok and COVID lockdowns. Duh. Influencers in social media, my God. The number of LGBTQ Americans revealing themselves to be that way has doubled in the last few years. Really? Do you really think that all of a sudden half of those... please, come on, you're killing me. God. Stand up for yourself. Lady, where's the women's movement? Anyway, quarter of 6. They're switch hitting. Quarter of 6 to repeat. Who needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle? Quarter of 6. Here we go. Look out.
Stream Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Glenn Beck, Fox News, and even NASCAR on Sundays, anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app. Download the app now and get 24/7 access to the live stream, the latest news, and everything you need to know about Atlanta's only conservative talk station. Download the Extra 106.3 app for Apple or Android and check out even more great original content at thepodcastpark.com.
Stop dreaming. Start driving. Get the gift that keeps on giving with the RBM of Atlanta's certified pre-owned sales event. Each of our certified pre-owned vehicles undergoes an exhaustive process of analysis, inspection, and reconditioning until it meets the uncompromising standards of RBM of Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz. For a limited time, get special financing from as low as 2.99% APR. In addition, you'll receive unlimited confidence with Mercedes-Benz's unlimited mileage warranty, delivering continued assurance for up to 7 years. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details and see how to qualify. We'd love to welcome you to the RBM of Atlanta family. We're proud to be Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz connection since 1964. Not all offers apply to all vehicles, and special financing available to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Services through April 1st, 2024. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call 770-390-0700 for details.
I think it's time to get rid of that old, ugly garage door.
Get rid of it? All it needs is a quick repair. Where's my duct tape and WD-40?
This is Dan Watkins with All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors, and let us be the ones to tell you if you need a repair or a replacement. If you have a wooden or uninsulated steel door, a replacement will always pay for itself with energy savings. But if your door is insulated and not very old, put down the duct tape and let us come out to service your door the right way. Head to allfourseasonsgarages.com or give us a call today.
Millions of guys suffer from erectile dysfunction. That's 1 in 4 men. And I can tell you, I'm one of them.
If you or someone you know suffer from ED, Peyronie's disease, or PE, here's 38-year emergency room doctor and founder of Total Body Therapy of Georgia, Dr. Eric Deal.
Patients who enter my office are often frustrated, hopeless, depressed, and embarrassed. I understand the problem, and I'm going to help you fix it. There are lots of competitors that don't have the credentials that I have. When you go to other clinics, you're not going to see a board-certified physician with the experience that I have. When you come to our clinic, you're going to see me. There's just not one therapy that can solve these complex issues. I'll do a complete history and physical prior to any treatment that we use. Take it from me, Dr. Deal. When it's not hard, it's really hard.
Call Dr. Deal for your free one-on-one evaluation and resolve your ED, Peyronie's, or PE issues. Total Body Therapy of Georgia, 404-777-1911, 404-777-1911, online at stopmyed.com.
It's a mad world out there, but one thing is certain, everyone is trying to market something. So tune in every Saturday at 3 p.m. to the Marketing Madmen, who, along with a variety of industry expert guests, can help you make sense of it all. Whether you own a business and want tips to scale, or are a fan of the finer things in life and want to know how restaurants, golf courses, and wine companies try to sell you stuff, the Marketing Madmen is your ultimate destination for all things marketing. Tune in right here on Extra 106.3 every Saturday at 3 p.m. or search online for more content. Join the madness with the Marketing Madmen.
The 2024 season is just around the corner, and the Braves' home schedule is jam-packed with great matchups and even better promotions. The Braves open at home against the defending NLCS champion Arizona Diamondbacks April 5th through the 7th, followed by the New York Mets April 8th through the 11th. And on April 8th, the Braves will honor the 50th anniversary of Hank Aaron's record-breaking 715th home run with a special Hank Aaron bobblehead giveaway together with Truist.
It's gone! It's 7:15. There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
Visit Braves.com/promos to get your tickets and check out all the fun planned for this season. And April is a perfect time to bring a group out to a game. Come experience the new Jim Beam Bourbon Decks in left field and the brand new Blue Moon Beer Garden at the rooftop in right field. Visit Braves.com/groups to see how your crew can snag one of these brand new spaces this season. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
March is the month of marriage, and we're celebrating at Solomon Brothers Jewelers with our annual Marry Me March event. Hi, I'm Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers, and we are here to help couples tie the knot this month with engagement rings and wedding bands at this year's best prices. All this month, we are offering savings of up to 60% off rings and wedding bands from our top designs like halos, the hidden halo, single shared prong, double shared prong, and every design you can imagine in our store. Choose from our selection of hundreds of beautiful rings in every budget or hand design the ring of their dreams. Remember, no matter the price, you'll find something nice. So don't miss our Marry Me March event going on all this month and save up to 60% off engagement rings and wedding bands. Visit us today in any of our 3 showrooms on Peachtree Road in Buckhead, Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta, and now in Peachtree City. Or shop online at SolomonBrothers.com or on Instagram at Solomon Brothers.
Yeah, here we go. It's the Kimmer Beatles.
No, it isn't.
The regular, real old Beatles. Back, I need you. 1965, baby. Da, da. Beatles started a 2-week run at number 1 with this song. Yeah, how long? Yeah, baby. The group's 7th number 1 hit, Paul McCartney would say later, the name of the song came from a chauffeur who drove him one day, and I said, how have you been? He said, oh, working hard, working 8 days a week. And he thought, well, maybe, I think we've all probably used that expression. We're going 30 hours a day or something like that. Anyway, that's how that happened. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? 552. Quickly on our history list, 1980, a jury in Winnemac, Indiana found Ford Motor Company innocent. Ford had been charged with reckless homicide after 3 young women were actually blown up riding in a Ford Pinto. Remember the tragedies of the Ford Pinto and the gas tank explosions and all that stuff? Well, they found a Ford innocent of reckless homicide. And one more thing, 1997 in Phoenix, Arizona, thousands of people saw the huge Carpenter Square-shaped UFO, including the governor of Arizona, Fife Symington, saw this phenomenon known as the Phoenix Lights. Theories have been put forward of what happened, but they swear the thousands of people saw the lights shaped like a V-shaped Carpenter Square UFO in the sky. And I believe it, and I think it's real, and I think you're out there and you've been with us a long time. Oh, by the way, I want to salute a guy here. Pete found this story, and I didn't know about I kind of relate to this because I'm old enough to remember iron lungs. If you don't know what that is, it's a machine to keep you alive when you have problems that couldn't be solved any other way, and you were stuck in there basically for the rest of your life. A guy named Paul Alexander lived in an iron lung for more than 70 years. Paul Alexander has passed away at the age of 78. Paralyzed from polio. One of my good friends growing up, Timothy, I will give it, Timmy Dorman was his name. His father was a doctor, and Timmy got polio. And it scared the crap out of us because this back in the time in the 50s when our parents would make us come in the summertime and take a nap every afternoon out of the hot sun, thinking that being overtired in the sun was one of the reasons you would be getting polio. You might be susceptible to polio. They were scared. Nobody knew anything. We were scared to death of it. Anyway, polio, and it would put you in an iron lung. Well, guess what? He contracted polio when he was 6, left him paralyzed from the neck down. He could not breathe on his own, had to rely on the iron lung machine to breathe for him for more than 70 years. Still, at 21, he was the first person to graduate from a high school in Dallas without ever going to class. He got into Southern Methodist University after difficulty with administration, got into law school at University of Texas. Dreams of becoming a trial lawyer, represented clients in court in a 3-piece suit and a modified wheelchair that held his paralyzed body upright. He wrote a book, 3 Minutes for a Dog, My Life in an Iron Lung. It took him 5 years to write it. Each word he wrote with a pen attached to a stick in his mouth. He outlived both his parents, his brother, even his original iron lung started leaking air in 2015, was repaired by a mechanic, prompted the YouTube video of him pleading for help. A huge ventilator, large yellow metal box requires patients to lie down inside. The device is fastened tightly around their neck. A vacuum mechanically draws oxygen to the lungs because their central nervous system and respiratory function were affected by polio. They tried to get him to breathe on his own, turned off the machine. He turned blue and passed out. There were more modern technologies, but he said, I'm kind of used to this one, so I'm just going to keep it. He never let the device get in the way. He actually traveled on airplanes, lived independently, prayed in church, went to the ocean, and fell in love. Got engaged for a woman with a woman for a while. One woman became his caregiver, or basically his arms and legs, helped him go through law school, and she was blind from diabetes. He just passed away. Paul Alexander, what a story, what a life, and what an achievement for a man in an iron lung for 70 years.
Can you imagine all you've done in your life, and that whole time you were in an iron lung?
I cannot imagine. I'd have been crying like a baby and said, kill me, kill me. I'm sure of it. Yeah. I would have felt so sorry for myself. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed thinking about, the business of cutting the guy in the car tried to cut me off. My father would have said, let him in. He's probably in a hurry. Don't worry about it. My father was the greatest man who's ever lived. I'm so ashamed to be compared to my father. I'm not that kind of person.
Did he get the blind woman girlfriend because she thought he had rock solid abs?
Boy, she thought he was really built. I can tell you that right now. Man, I've never felt a chest like that. Oh, sorry. That's cold. The man died. My God, the man died. It was an iron freaking y'all life. All right. I tell you what, let's end with a funny, shall we? In just a second or two. Flounder's got something for us to celebrate our happiness of being halfway through the stinking week. Yeah, Flounder's funny here with the Kipper, Pete, and Flounder, 557. Here we go.
The other day, I got stuck in a no left turn only lane. Yeah, I didn't know what to do either. No left turn only. I ended up just taking the plates off and leaving it there. I saw a sign the other day. Do you know what it said? It said, "Don't even think about parking here." Yeah. So I parked there without even thinking about it. Just right in there, save me an hour. Cool beans. I was driving through a construction zone one time, and there was a big sign that said, "Dip." And then 50 feet later on the same road, there was a big sign that said, "Bump." And I was thinking, why don't they just take the bumps and put them in the dip?
Even it out.
My old school R&B station has been sending me mixed signals. I don't know if I'm supposed to get down on it or get up off of that thing. Get down on it. Okay. Get up off of that thing. Sorry. Get down on it. Okay. Get up off of that thing. In a weird mood the other day, I locked my coat hanger in my car.
I locked his coat hanger.
Good thing I have my keys. I still need them all.
I get it. Very funny guy. Who I know him. Who is that?
His name's Geechee Guy. He just passed away this past year, but super funny guy.
God.
Very odd looking, but real funny guy.
Wow, well done. Anyway, Flounder and Pete, and it's only the Kimmer. I gotta go. You're killing me. Tomorrow, though, we do it all over again. Ooh, look out. Stand by. Herp.
Start your day the right way with Tug, Rhino, and Los on the Morning Extra. Every morning from 6 to 10 a.m. on WFOM Marietta Extra 106.3.